Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
And
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do Boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
Giving away a bag for the holidays. We're having a raffle and giving away all the money collected. That's right, all the money collected. And we are in the final week. The drawing will be held this Saturday, December the 21st, right after the Alexander Usyk Tyson Fury heavyweight fight. Entries are just $5 each or 5 for $20. Send your entry via Cash App to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Put RF1 on the comment line and you are entered. And one person will win all of the money that has been collected. Another great contest brought to you by the JBT. Curtis Sewell, Treasurer.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the fam on this good Thursday, man. This week been blowing by. We already on Thursday. Saturday be here faster than you know. But how y'all feeling today, man? Shout out to everybody in the building. Punch the like button out for me. Sub to the channel, all that good stuff. You catch it on the playback. Make sure you hit the like button. Come say what's up to us. And again, shout out to the JBT family and everybody that participated in the raffle. I believe the raffle is up to, I think it's $370. So one of y'all $5 will get you $370 if you win. So you gotta be in it to win it, and best of luck and happy holidays to the family, man. What's good with y'all? Where we at on the likes? We at 1 million yet? Nah? All right, bet. We just gonna keep working. Cash Sports, what's good with it? Box Story. Banks, my guy. Judah, what's good with it, bro? Old school, what it do? Lewis 45, Hundo, my guy. Al Booger, what's good, Brody? Busy in the building. Fly frequency, 2 cents. What's good, fam? How y'all feeling? Well, it's good. I know my boy Frequent was gonna be here. He ain't about to stand for no Haney slander. my boy Frequent ain't going. That's the most relaxed, laid back Haney fan I think I know. I think it might be Frequent. That's my guy. But we gonna build on this boxing how we always do. We got a few things we gonna talk about. Y'all see the thumbnail. We gonna talk a little bit about every fighter in that thumbnail. Know what I mean? Bob Arum came through with his Fight Hub interview, and he spoke on some things. He spoke about, you know, Devin, Haney, Teo. You know, he spoke a little bit about Loma, gave somewhat of an update, not really, but he briefly spoke on Lomachenko. He said a few things, man, and that little conversation, that interview had me thinking, man, there's some good fights that could come out of this if all parties involved play their cards right. He spoke about, you know, Teo and Boots being a real thing. And I'm starting to have different feelings about that fight for Boots. I'm starting to feel like that he just might have to eat the bullet, man, on this one. I don't know. If you just look at the way things are shaping up and coming together, he just fought. You get what I'm saying? Barrios just fought. They talking about Barrios for Ben. Brian Norman got a fight coming up first. You get what I'm saying? He kind of left out in the cold. Like, what is he gonna do? Wait around until one of the guys is available to try to be in a unification. You get me? So I think Boots is gonna get to a situation where he's gonna have to block out the background noise, the chatter, all the people dissing him, everybody calling him a duck, or he gonna have to ignore that and do what's best for his career. And I ain't saying I know what's best. Kennedy, what it do, fam? How you feeling? Thank Father. What's good, bro? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We're gonna build on this boxing, man. I know how we do. But I'm starting to think that he might need to revisit that. He might really need to look into that fight with Teofimo to see if it's a real thing. And why I say this is because outside of a unification, this is something that I didn't bring up before. I was just totally like not against it. But under these circumstances, I already know how it's going to look for Boots. But I'm past that. He got to do what's best for him. And right now, if you can't get a unification and you're not going to 54, guess what the best option is for you? To entertain a fight with Teofimo. I never looked at it like that until today, until I heard Bob Arum speaking, and it just made me think a little bit differently. Like, what are you going to do? This is why people like Blair Cobbs is saying that, you know, you should fight him because you're not going to be able to get a unification. Conor Ben and Barrios look like they're going to fight. You get what I'm saying? Brian Norman got a fight lined up. Stan Jonas got a fight lined up. You going to be just sitting there waiting for one of them to fight. You know what I'm saying? To hopefully work out a unification. But I think if he play his cards right, y'all, if Boots play his cards right, and I ain't saying it's right or wrong way, but if he just do this shit the efficient way, I think he need to really think about that fight. I mean, look, in a sense, to a degree, I'm not saying this is Mikey and Errol Spence all over again, but it's a smaller guy calling out the bigger guy. Nobody in the world had a problem with Errol Spence beating up Mikey Garcia. And then he come from 2 weight classes. And why? Because he asked for it. So Teofimo been everywhere in the world asking for fights. He done got mushed by Crawford. You get what I'm saying? He been doing all this shit. He been talking about he need a black boy and all this shit. What would be the perfect guy to put a foot in his ass? For real. Like, if you ain't feeling Teo because of the energy he been putting out, who better to beat his ass than Boots? Seriously. Who better to beat his ass than Boots? Because who at 140 gonna fight him? He ain't trying to fight nobody at 140. He ain't mentioned it outside of, they did say Devin Haney, but we're gonna get into the clip in a minute. But you get me? It seemed like his best is, it seemed like low-key, they need each other. I did not see it this way before, y'all. I did not see it like this before. They need each other. They need each other. And I'm going to tell you why, man. 2 cents. Shout out to my guys at Happy Holidays, Jusdueboxing fam. Shout out to you, 2 cents. Appreciate it.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
My God, D1, salutations, my bro in chat. Shout out to my brother D1, man. Always supporting the grind as well.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to you, man. Appreciate y'all continuous support, man. Y'all are truly appreciated. Gertz, my God, what it do? Norman get what he get playing with the fans like that. But look, 2 cents. It ain't Norman. Norman Jr. ain't do it. That he just allow his team to do what he paid him for, is negotiate on his behalf. You know what I'm saying? That's the downside. But no, I don't think Norman Jr. did anything. Dante's Boxing Talk, my guy. What's good with it, bro? Says Stan was fighting on Tank. Yeah, Car Barrios got beat up. Who knows when he come back? He gonna take some time off, and it seemed like they gonna explore the Conor Ben fight before they are the Boots fight. So that's taking that off the table for him. You know what I'm saying? Lisa, peace to the queen. How you feeling today? Shout out to old school. You feeling me, old school? Why I said what's good with it? Eddie Hearn bogus. Not gonna lie, you try to make a fight with Conor Ben and Barrows, but Boots can't get one. Jonathan 97, Ricky in the building. Shout out to you, fam. Damon, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? But we gonna talk about that. Like, I never want to change your mind, YSL, but I'm gonna give you something to think about. I'm gonna just run this by you real quick, and you tell me if this makes sense to you. I don't think by Eddie Hearn trying to get Conor Ben a fight that he's doing wrong by Boots. Just put the shoe on the other foot. Let's say he was promoting Boots and Conor Ben is the new signee. You get what I'm saying? He will be obligated still to look out for the guy that he's always been with, right? And in this situation, that guy is Conor Ben. Conor Ben name got dragged through the mud since the stuff with the tainted eggs and all of that. So he still have an obligation. He's contractually obligated to get that man a fight. So it's not about shitting on Boots. And look, YSL and everybody in here that feels that way, it's not Eddie Hearn's fault because Barrios and them are also even entertaining it, fighting Conor Ben. You get me? Because I feel like that's a more winnable fight for him. You heard what his management, his team spoke. They said, man, you need to get paid for Boots. They already throwing that. They already throwing the bait. They letting you know, look, man, we'll fight him, but we need to get paid. So it's not, I don't think it's Eddie Hearn. He's being a promoter. Look how long Conor Ben has been with him. He got to look out for his guy. He going to look out for his guy. And it's not fully up to him which are the fighters that these guys decide to fight. It's not his fault that Barrios and Team Barrios looking at Conor Ben as probably a first option over Boots. And you will see why after seeing what Abel Ramos just did to him. Boots are doing him a lot worse. Jonathan 97, what it do, my guy? How you feeling? D1, man, in the super chat, showing up double time. I appreciate you, bro. He says, salutation chat, I'm driving. Appreciate you. Safe travels on that road.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Emmanuel, what it do, my guy? You're right, just disgruntled at the fight falling apart. Yeah, that's all it was. You get me, YSL? That's all. I get what you saying. You could look at some of the moves or lack thereof that Eddie Hearn has made or tried to facilitate for Boots, and maybe there's a bit of a discussion there, but you got to still think this is business. He wanted Boots. There's no way he's gonna go get the guy to intentionally do wrong by him. It would be bad business on his behalf. That's ignorant. That would be stupid. Boots is still his fighter. You get what I'm saying? He got an obligation to look out for him too, but just because he signed the new shiny toy and he backed the new toy off the showroom floor in Boots, he still got the other guy that he always been had, and he still got an obligation to get that man fights. Think about how long Conor Ben has been out the mix. So I'm just trying to give Eddie Hearn the benefit of doubt in that regard. I don't think he's intentionally trying to mishandle Boots or not get him the opportunities. I don't even think that he's trying to force him or convince him to go to 54 either. It sounds like he would whatever he want to do. You get what I'm saying? And if it's 47, Eddie Hearn's job, Eddie Hearn said he promised. He said, I can promise you, Jaron Ennis is either going to be in a unification next or a big fight. And that brings me more to the point that I'm talking about with the Teo and Boots thing. Is that a big fight? Some people think that Boots and Teo is a big fight. Bob Arum mentioned Madison Square Garden. We know Teo be fighting in the Hulu Theater, which is something that he's always complained about. Why they got him fighting in the small venues. He feel like he a bigger star than what he is. Who knows? If they can put that fight together, it's a win for both of them because it'll be the biggest name on Boots' resume, like love it or hate it. Moving up is part of the game. I ain't tripping off that no more. For Teo, it'll get him out of them ballrooms or that Hulu Theater and put him in Madison Square Garden. I mean, look, they need each other. They might be each other's both available option. That's realistic available option. And I think it'll work for both of them. I don't think nobody else that he fight or they talking about putting it on pay-per-view. This would give both guys an opportunity to do that. This would give Boots a chance to grow his profile just in a different way. You get what I'm saying? It's a different avenue, and I wasn't with it at first, y'all, but I see it so much differently today. I see it so much differently. Dre Smith, what it do, fan? They just want the belts over there in the UK. For sure they do. Just like any other promoter, the American promoters, they want the belts and they stable. You know, it's normal. You know what I mean? Where Boots rank among Hearn's cash cows, I don't know. I don't know yet. It's still early. It's still early. Mr. Empire, what it do? Tunnel Vision, what's good with it? Deja vu, Demetrius Andre. Tunnel Vision ain't got no hope. Ain't got no faith. Bro ain't got no faith. Don't do my guy like this. Shout out to the Queen, Melanin Queen, man. Always holding down the chat and being a member for 6 months, man. Y'all get y'all memberships too, man. The holidays is coming. Let's keep growing this channel, man. She said, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to JustDueboxing. Cash App JustDueboxing to support the channel. I appreciate you. Much love to the Queen, man.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your Just Do.
Appreciate you, Queen. Teo versus Ennis is not a pay-per-view fight. All right, well, look, that might be a little subjective, Tunnel Vision, because that's what the offer is for a fight to be on pay-per-view. So now you might argue whether or not it'll do well on pay-per-view, but far as if it's a pay-per-view fight or not, that's what the offer is for that fight to be on pay-per-view. Shout out to Melon Queen. I appreciate you always. Creole, my guy. What's good with it? P Hunter, what it do, family? Cal Cool it, my guy. So, yeah, you get me. You get me. So that's what it is. I'm about to pull this Bob Arum joint up, man. He said it's a lose-lose for Boots, though. Nobody gonna respect T on his resume to a certain degree, right? To a certain degree, Cal, because that's why my I feel you, Tunnel Vision. I'm losing faith by the day too, bro. Don't worry, I'm losing faith by the day too. But check this out. As far as the respect, Cal, we gotta be the ones that had the right conversation, right? What's not the respect? Is Teo still a top guy in boxing? Right? He only got one loss when he was obviously off his game. Anybody can have an off night. We know he's a bit of an up and down performer, but he's still a name in the sport. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like with the right dance partner, I feel like they can do fairly well. And I think it'll be some real people that want to see them fight. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, they're gonna try to take credit because he's moving up, but you got to understand, moving up is part of boxing. Teo, I'm not tripping off that. Teo just put up a post a while back, and he was 156 pounds. I don't give a damn if you want to move up. If you could run around at 156 pounds, you could definitely make 147 and fight Boots. You said that's what you wanted. You put your foot in your mouth and check me, Cal. Wasn't nobody mad when Earl beat up Mikey from 2 weight classes down to come up. You know why? Because he asked for it. And it's the same thing with Teo. And Teo been running his mouth. He been rubbing people the wrong way. It's a win-win for the fans that's tired of Teo running his mouth, because I don't see him beating Boots, and I'm not even about to play with it. I'm not about to play. I don't see him beating Boots. So I know it's gonna be people that say, "Oh, well, you ain't fighting a unification." But look, we not gonna do that. You know why? Because we real boxing fans. We real boxing supporters. And with that, what I'm saying is we understand that the fights that are unifications are not going to be on the table. What is he supposed to do? Nah, we talk real boxing. Think about it. That's just one side of it. Yeah, it's Teofimo, but low key, that's going to be his best option. If all the other unifications are taken up and he don't want to sit there and be inactive, he really need to consider fighting Teofimo. It'll give him an opportunity to be on pay-per-view. It'll be the biggest name on his resume, the most accomplished guy he fought to date. It's a lot to like about it if you look at it. Teofimo, like I say, he took a picture at close to 160 pounds. He been asking for it. The same way Mikey Garcia was talking about he sees something, and now this dude keep mentioning Boots' name. Get your ass kicked. You get me? And you know what? That's true. But Cal, it don't matter for us because most of them people probably want to see Teo get his head cracked by Boots anyway, right? And regardless of what version show up, if the version that showed up for Kambosos and Josh, not Kambosos, Lomachenko and Josh Taylor show up, that's great for us because we get a great fight. We get one of the best versions of Teo going against Boots. If he's the Teo that showed up against Sandor, Ortiz, Kambosos, then it's a win for us because then Teo gonna get stomped. You get me? So I ain't hating on him. I'm not against him, but I think he's been putting out some very bad energy, and I'm not like rooting against his career. But in that particular fight, I won't be rooting for him. He's been putting out and saying a lot of ignorant stuff, and I just can't rock with him, yo. I can't right now. He gotta win me back over. Like, listen to
my stroke game probably more black than fucking Latino, bro.
His stroke game probably more black than Latino. Nah, getting there. Hey, Boots, we got one. Hey, Boots. Hey, Boots, them unifications acting a little crazy. People act like they want to go in other directions. You know, Mario Barrios act like he couldn't keep it together for a whole fight against Abel Ramos. Cool, no problem. You got a Teofimo actively calling you out. He's an accomplished fighter. He got a respectable name. He only got one loss. He had an off night. Let him. Listen, if we wasn't tripping when Earl beat up Mikey, I'm not about to trip if Boots beat up Teo. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to trip, bro. He need this ass whooping. He been asking for it, bro. PJ's big dog, my guy. Boots should not fight Teo. Let that man starve. That's the other side of it. But I don't know. I get it. Instead of saying my bad, yeah. No, he's an idiot. He's an idiot. But P. Hunter, this is the way I look at it. Somebody's going to fight him, right? If he don't fight Boots next, and he don't fight a guy like Haney, right? Nobody in his division, nobody of note, he gonna end up AP. He gonna end up making money anyway, bro. He gonna find him another Steve Claggett or somebody to that level, probably something like that. You get what I'm saying? He gonna make money regardless. So it's like you're not gonna be able to stop him from making money. So again, at least if he gonna make money, let him make it against somebody that I really feel for sure is gonna do the job. And again, I ain't saying I'm rooting for him to get hurt or nothing, but he need a good ass whooping. Like that ignorance that he was putting out, he need a good ass whooping. If he get in there with Boots put hands on him, I'll be good after that. All will be good. It'll be a clean slate from here on out until you start talking crazy again. Boxing with 2-4 was good with it. Yeah, man. I think so, Ricky. I think so. Nothing for Boots. Nah, I think it do. We just not looking at it the right way. I was saying that too. I was saying they didn't do nothing for him. But look, I think it does do something for him. Just listen to what I'm telling y'all. I ain't making nothing up. We following everything, right? There's no available unification for him. Everybody got something going on. You know what I'm saying? Barrios just fought, and he gonna need time off. He was getting touched. He gonna need some time off. And then when he come back, they probably gonna go to Conor Ben route. Stan Jonas tank card, right? You get me? Brian Norman got another fight coming up. He gonna have to sit around, which is why I said Teofimo might be a good option. I ain't gonna call Teofimo no stay busy fight because I feel like he gotta be disrespectful from a fight fan's perspective. So he ain't no stay busy guy, but that would allow him the opportunity to stay busy while fighting a guy with a name in boxing. Now, I ain't saying he got a crazy huge name, but for Boots Ennis to fight Teo, it'd be an unexpected fight. Some people really believe Teo would beat Boots. Some people believe after seeing that Karen fight that Boots ain't it. It does something good for him. He be an accomplished guy. He stays busy. You get what I'm saying? Another payday, an opportunity to fight on pay-per-view, and then he can spin the block on one of them unifications, and he can do all of that without having to sit on the sideline for any substantial amount of time. Because the last thing he would want is to have a performance like he did against Karen in a rematch, and then have inactivity, and then go into a rematch going off of, a unification coming off of, a subpar performance by Boots standards and a layoff. You don't need that. So, like, it's about playing your cards right. Look at the whole, Look at all the cards on the table, bro. Look at all the cards on the table. And you telling me that that's not at least a possible good option? Because it's either that possibly or sit on the sideline. You get me? So I think he should entertain it. I do. DCG, what's good, fam? When the fight is over, Teo facial structure is going to be unrecognizable. Hey, Lisa, sound like a win for us, Queen. He been talking crazy, right? You get me? It sound like that's a win for us. You get me? And there ain't nothing personal with Teo, but he been talking crazy, and he been asking for this. I think he'll put up a good fight, but I think Boots are doing, man. I do. That's what I think, and I want to see it now. Now I want to see it because of the landscape of boxing. And we already know he's not going up to 54, so that's off. So what options do we got? Be inactive? You get what I'm saying? And then who knows for 100% certainty that one of those unifications going, materialize the way he wanted to. It's a big gamble, a risk to take, sitting on the sideline and waiting to spin the block on a unification and hope that it work out. Because say it don't. Worst case scenario, a unification don't work. You didn't elect to fight Teo. Teo go off and do something else. Now that fight ain't even on the table no more. Now you done find yourself sitting around being inactive. Then you go to try to make a unification fight and you can't. And now you got to deal with more inactivity or possibly going up to 54 when you could have just did that in the beginning to save yourself some time. So again, what I'm just highlighting is another avenue for Boots. He don't have to sit here and be inactive. He need a fight, and he needed to be a named guy that he can get up for. I don't think he'll play with Teo. I think he'll really get up for him. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not against it no more, y'all. I was at first, but like I said, the landscape is almost telling them. It's the universe speaking to him. Either you sit on the sideline or you go fight this loudmouth guy that was talking crazy. And like I said, if nobody tripped out when Earl beat up Mikey, because he asked for it. That's why it ain't like Earl called him out. He calling Boots out. And Boots can't get the unifications that he want right now. He ain't going to 54. Okay, I'm going to beat Teo ass, and then I'm going to spin the block on B. Norman if he still got the title, so on and so forth. Shout out to Big Dog Willie for the 10-piece. Much love, Brody. He said, Bill Haney said on X back in 1984 that Ronald Reagan asked him if he could start a war with the Soviet Union. Bill Haney said no, and then decided to create shows Miami Vice in the 18. Facts, yo. Yo, Big Dog Willie, yo. I don't think he ever repeated one of the Bill Haney facts yet. This shit is amazing, yo. That how long he been keeping this going.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to Big Dog Willie, bro. Appreciate all your supporters always, man. And adding humor to the chat. Doesn't do nothing for him at 47, become a pay-per-view star. That's great for Boots. That's what I'm telling you. He gotta it helps him, Milan. I think it puts him in position. Kirk Douglas was good, my guy. He said, I'm praying gets in the ring with Boots. I'm starting to like it too. Just because it's like his options are so scarce and limited. Like it's really fragile. Do you gamble on waiting around for one of the other champions to be available and then want to fight you and hope that they're not going to have somebody else as a number one option, kind of how Barrios with the Ben thing? They're not looking at Boots as a number one option. They go in the other direction. Do he really want to gamble that? And coming off inactivity with a subpar performance, it's a lot of negatives that I can see coming out of this situation if he just sit around. So he got to make something shake. You know what I'm saying? I know, Cal. Man, I love the chat, man. I know, Cal, man. I get it, bro. I get it. But you just look at it like this, right? Just in terms of like competing and, you know, staying active and constantly, you know, I think it will actually raise some, you know, it'll open some more eyes. It'll bring some more attention to Boots, I think, fighting Teofimo. I really do. Especially if he go out there and stop him. Get me? Not just beat him up. Where he go out there and stop him. Don't just do him like Cambosa. He go out there and kick his ass. You get me? And he get a knockout. And you get me? People looking for another Boots knockout. He make a highlight reel out of Teo. The two-time lineal champion. Remember all that shit they be talking? He beat up the two-time lineal champion. Kick his ass. I like it, bro. I love the fight. I love it for him, man. Boots. We got one. Hey, Boots, man. Somebody get Boots on the line. Tell him we got one, bro. Now, I mean, more fights he has with Eddie. What was it? This was Avenisi and Karen. He signed a 3-fight deal initially, P. So this third fight will be the third fight. After this, he would I guess be seeing if he gonna re-up with Eddie or not. And look how fast that happened. Look how fast the fights is coming for Boots. So I'm telling you, I feel like he really can make things swing in his favor if he stay busy and beat up somebody like Teo. And in impressive fashion, he ain't gotta stop him, but he could just straight kick his ass. You know what I mean? He could just straight kick his ass, bro. And that'd be that. Shout out to Bill Staney. Bill Staney. Yeah, crazy. I'd rather Eddie make Boots versus Conor. I ain't mad at that, Kyle. I ain't mad at that. But look, this is the thing. People will say they'll fight Boots, but Boots don't be people's number one option. So I think Conor will actually, fancy a fight with Mario Barrios, as would Eddie Hearn. I don't think it serves Eddie Hearn no purpose, Cal, and putting two of his investments in there with each other just yet. I think he still believes in Conor Ben. I think he still, I think he rock with him. I think he still wants to build him as a fighter. And I think making that Boots fight this early without him at least securing a title could derail all that. I think for Eddie Hearn, just think about it this way, Cal. It makes more sense. You could cover more ground. You don't make two of your investments or two of your fighters eliminate each other. You send them. You get what I'm saying? You send them in the field and let them do work. So in other words, if Boots can't get a unification, let him beat up on Teo. I'm standing on that. Teo is not beating Boots Ennis. If he do, I'm going to praise him for a week straight. But you send him to do that, and you send Conor Ben to get that belt from Barrios. Now, if you Eddie Hearn, you got two champions now. With the option, with one guy that could really sew up the entire division. So you ain't going to put him in there because it'd be premature. And that's one thing I know is not going to happen. Eddie Hearn, if he ever make that fight with them, he definitely ain't doing it before Conor Ben at least get a title or opportunity to fight for it. There's no way he's going to do it. And I can understand it from a business standpoint. It makes sense because he want to sew up some titles. And if you put two of those guys together, you kind of eliminate, you get what I'm saying? You weaken your chances of bringing them titles and having them on Matchroom. You get me? You heard me, Karma? I was trying to speak the UK language. You know how they be talking proper dust up. I fancy this match. You know how they be talking. Aisha, peace, Queen. How you feeling today? Shout out to the queens of the chat. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Good to see Karma in the building. I'm against getting Teo a payday from any black side, A-side fighter. I get it. However, I need Boots to put Teo down. Hey, look. It's a win-win. P. Hunter, it's a win-win. Because, look, he going to get paid. Say he go fight another guy like Claggett and win. Now we got to watch him cherry pick guys, get paid, and while calling out and clout chasing fighters that he ain't fighting. You get me? At least this one makes him stand on what he said, makes him and his dad stand on business, and gives him an opportunity to see what these black boys is all about that you've been talking about you need on your resume. Like, I need him to pay for that ignorance he was spewing. That's all. And after I see him get scalped one good time, I'm cool. I'm a just chill. But I need him to get his ass beat once, at least once, because he be talking crazy, man. Bro be talking crazy. Stressed out boxing. What it do, my guy? 50-0 in the streets to 50-10 in an 8-month span. Y'all tough. Y'all rough on him. Boots versus Teo. Dre, I'm telling you, I see. I'm feeling like Mikey Garcia. I see something. And I damn sure know that I don't want to see Jerron Ennis sit on the sideline after having a performance less than up to his standards, right? He didn't perform to his standard. And then the last thing he needs is inactivity to follow that performance. No, you stay active, get back in there, preferably with a guy that has a name, even though he got one loss, that don't matter. He got a name. He's accomplished. He'd be the most accomplished guy you fought to date. Why not do it? Go beat, and he been asking for it. Like I'm just asking y'all to just level with me, man. We wasn't tripping. I'm gonna keep saying we wasn't tripping when EJ beat up on Mikey. We enjoyed every one of them punches. You know what I'm saying? Same thing here. You ask for it. If Boots can't get a better option, and go beat Teo up. And then look, another reason why I said that, y'all, because it's about elevating Boots' profile, right? And if everything was to go according to plan, and I know it's very early, but Bob Arum was talking Madison Square Garden. That allows Teo to get out the ballroom, and it allows Boots to fight on an even bigger stage while being the man. You get what I'm saying? And then you go beat Teo ass. Man, I like it, man. I ain't gonna lie, I like it. Lee K, what it do? Yeah, you get me? Yeah, it is. It is. Draper Wright, what it do, family? How you feeling, bro? Teo better not fight Boots after this duck talk. Yeah, I get it, but he got to. I mean, I think he in the corner now. Kurt said Teo versus Boots shows you how fake boxing fans are. Why was killing Tank for the Roach fight, and they mad people calling Boots and Doug fight Teo and not Virgil. Yeah, I can't attest to. Like, I didn't hear his comments regarding the Tank and Roach fight. I've been very consistent on that fight being a good fight, like, because I believe both fighters are good, and it's the same thing for Teo and Boots, right? That's not the ideal matchup for Boots at 147. But when you think about what Teo has accomplished, the name that comes with it, the attention that I think the fight would get, because it's one of those unexpected matchups, I think he should really look into it. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I keep it consistent. You know, Teo's a very good fighter, bro. He could be up and down, but he's shown the ability to rise to the occasion when he's in there with the right kind of opposition, right? When he's in there, when he's been in there with the best fighters he's ever fought, he's rose to the occasion. He's going to have to do that with Boots. Y'all get me? He's going to have to do that with Boots. He gonna have to rise to the cake or get stomped out. Simple. And I think it's a really good chance. Bro, that he could somewhat raise his game or look like the better version of Teo because of the threat that Boots Ennis is. And that'll give us a good show and give Boots a great performance and a good outcome. Stomp his ass, especially you whoop Teo ass and he coming in there actually looking like something. Make it happen, man. Make it happen. Low blow boxing, man. Appreciate the support, family. Sound made by Big Dog Will. These guys are a weird mix of nostalgia, history, lesson, creativity, random scenarios, comedy, and kindness. Hey, yo, that's the best way to put it, Low Blow. That's the best way to put it, yo. Because he ain't super disrespectful about it at all. Like, he just come in casually, post his Bill Haney facts, and then be in the cut, bro. Shout out to Big Dog Willie, and much love to Low Blow Boxing. Appreciate the support.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Crazy. bro be coming with it. Let's get to this. I had to set the table real quick. I had to let y'all know where I was going with that train of thought and why I was thinking this is a solid fight. Why I'm having a change of heart, because just the other day I was talking totally different about Boots and Teo. I did not want to see it. But after, having time to think about it and just hear Bob Arum speak, and I get to start thinking like, damn, this shit could work out for him. And at the end of the day, moving up is a part of boxing. Why do we demonize the guy that fights the guy that's coming up? You get what I'm saying? Notice, like, I'll use Tank as an example, right? Tank went up there, jumped up, skipped over a weight class to fight Mario Barrios. Ain't nobody notice. The story was that Tank drained Barrios, not that Barrios brought Tank up 2 weight classes. You get what I'm saying? So it's very selective, man. People, selective energy, I swear, bro. I'm telling you. Nah, yeah. I get you, Kurt. That's why, for me, my energy is very consistent with the fights. I don't shit on them. And I was telling y'all why I didn't like this fight. So it's just basically a stay busy fight for Boots. Yeah, I ain't want to call it a stay busy, Lisa, because I want to give Boots some respect. Like, yeah, shout out to Kurt. I get you. I know what you're doing. You're just telling people to keep the same energy. I'm glad I'm not some of them people because my energy is very consistent. And when I do switch up in rare instances like this one, I can give you a good reason why I just switched up. I think I was being short-sighted with just thinking about Teo and Boots. And I kept thinking about the fans and what people going to say and the duck talk. And it get to a point where you got to block that out and do what's best for your career. So this is what I'll say right before I play this video with Bob Arum. If you're Jerron Ennis and you sitting on the sideline and your options are sit around and possibly face some inactivity while these unification guys are sorting out their current fights and then try to work out a deal with them dudes and hope that you were the first option and they actually fight you like they said they would, or do you fight the guy, the loudmouth guy that been disrespecting the culture? I'm going to just put it like that, disrespecting the culture and asking for it. You know what I'm saying? Let him get his ass beat. Boots stay busy, make a payday, get the fight on pay-per-view. There's going to be people that pay attention to that. I'm telling you. I really believe that. So I think they should really consider it. I do. The interviews never correct false information either. I think because they don't be wanting to grill the fighter or kind of upset the energy stressed out. So I think they kind of let it go by the wayside. That's what I'll be thinking. I'll be trying to put myself in these shoes as to why they be letting this shit go. And I think they be trying to stay in good graces with the fighter. If that's what you mean. And like when they be saying BS and they don't correct it, that's probably why they just let it, just let it go by the wayside. You drain a fighter of the weight class. That's what I'm saying, P. Hunter. Notice they never once, you ain't never heard say that why Barrios bring Tank up 2 weight classes. It never was that. Oh, but he drained them. That's why I say, if you can cry about a guy being drained for fighting at the weight class that he was at, but not say a guy he brought the guy up from 2 weight classes and that's really what happened, it's crazy. Crazy. He said it's okay to switch up sometimes. To acknowledge it. Oh, yeah, for me, for sure. But you got to make it make sense, right? Like, I think I made really good sense talking about the Boots fight when I spoke about why I didn't want to see it, particularly because the blowback from it. But now I'm looking at it like, you can't worry about what people think. If you moved your career based on that, you in trouble. So you got to block out the background noise and do what's best for you. And I would think the best thing for Boots is to stay active and stay busy. And if staying busy comes with a Teofimo fight and he moving in your division, whoop his ass because he's asking for it. He's a fighter. He another grown man. He's accomplished. It's not a bad win. It's not a bad win. You get what I'm saying? It's not a bad win. Notice Teofimo had to move up from 135 to 140 and fight, and he was able to win right out the gate. So what's the difference, right? Remember, y'all Boots ain't like that. He ain't who they say he is, right? He get hit too much. Teo got power. All y'all that keep, the Teo senior clan. Yeah, remember they was talking like that, bro. Tank really started at 126 as well. For sure, Raph. For sure. That's why I hate when people make any arguments against Tank concerning weight, knowing that he's just a naturally smaller guy. I don't think people know how light 126 pounds was. Do people remember when he first came in? Do people remember like Shakur frame? He had a little, like, they look like teenagers, bro. They was little as hell. But let's get to this, man. Let's hear what Bob Arum had to say. And he's the big part and reason why I came here with this conversation today, man, because, you know, he has some very interesting things to say. Let me get OG Bob up here. Let me get OG Bobby Johnson. Legacy, what it do, fam? Star Fox was good with it.
It's really an amazing.
Yeah, nah, you should. Boots, Duck, and Dudes of the lower division. That's what they're gonna say. But I think it's about just doing what's best for your career. And what's best is to always stay active, stay busy. And it's not like, you know, who people know more, Karen or Teo? Who people know more, Avanesian or Teo? You get what I'm trying to say? Look at who he just fought. The back-to-back fights. Neither of them would do, I think, what Teo would do. I don't think people that neither of those fights would appeal to the masses the way a Teo and Boots fight would. There's some unknowns there. People feel like Teo power don't translate up to 40 now, right? But some people think he can go up to 47. Some people think Boots ain't like that. It's a lot of questions to answer, right? Teo usually raises his level when he's in there with somebody that's talented, right? There you go. You get what I'm saying? It's starting to look better than I ever anticipated it looking. Shout out to Legacy. Mike Biggs Boxing, my bro. What's good with it, family? Like that OG Bob, man. You need to make that Devin Teo fight. Well, look, he's gonna talk about that in here too. So let's get to this.
Thing. Like, how are you able to keep up with all this?
Beats the alternative.
That's very, very true.
He asked Bob how is he able to keep up with this. He said beats the alternative. You know what the alternative is. His ass 90-something. You know what the alternative is. Bob, an honest dude. Let's
know how you have the energy and the spirit to do this. It's really an amazing thing. Like, how are you able to keep up with all this?
Beats the alternative.
That's very, very true. Any day above ground is a good day, right?
Look, he knew where he was going.
That's true.
I want to get some quick updates from you, Bob. First off, the status of Teofimo Lopez. I know it was a headline out there that a potential fight with Ennis was being pursued. What is the status of that at this point?
We're still pursuing that fight. We'd love that fight to happen. Our people are talking with the Ennis people. We want to do as big a fight as possible for Teofimo before the end, after the beginning of the year.
Teo would move up in weight into a new weight class at 147 pounds. Do you know a proposed location and date if that fight gets over the line?
No, it could be, it depends on the opponent. But if it's Ennis, probably the best place for that fight is Madison Square Garden.
Right then and there, y'all. Madison Square Garden. You're not going to tell me they're going to host a fight that'll be on pay-per-view in Madison Square Garden between the Boots and the Teo and nobody going to pay attention to it? Yeah, it's going to be some fans complaining, but that's what they do. They're not real boxing fans. People that complain about good fights, good matchups are not real boxing fans. I just want to say this to the people. No matter how many fights you pay for, it still don't allow you the right to dictate what moves these guys make. You get me? So Madison Square Garden, they put this fight on between these two dudes. There's no way that everybody's just not going to pay attention. They're going to watch it. They're going to watch it. Father Zaz, salute to you, fam. Appreciate the support. He said, Dev just said on Twitter that Turkey sent the offer to Team Teo. He said, if you ask Turkey, he will tell you. Yeah, it was some discrepancies about that. It was some, shout out to Father Zaya. I hope I'm saying your name right, bro. Appreciate it.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my guy, man. Appreciate you. That fan gonna be crying. So look, and I'll say this real quick and just let this play. If you see the play on Devin's side, it's gonna be something said that benefits him. If it's coming from Bob, somebody that obviously promotes Teo, he gonna say something that's in favor of him. It's typical promoter shit, right? But I think the truth will come to the light sooner than later. Time reveals all. So we'll know soon enough in due time who lying. And for me, why I'm not going to just dismiss Teo is because Bob is actually signing off on these things. He's actually speaking about the Boots fight, the fight with Devin. You get what I'm saying? When I hear it from Bob, I believe it could really happen. If it's just Teo saying it, I don't believe it because he already told you Teo, without him, Teo can't do shit. So that's what it is. If Dev got a side and Teo got his side, and what fighter is going to admit to ducking? I've never heard one. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy LaMarcus. Let's get back to this.
It's been difficult to get Teofimo if that fight gets over the line.
No, it could be. It depends on the opponent. But if it's Ennis, probably the best place for that fight is Madison Square Garden.
It's been difficult to get Teofimo opponents. Like on your guys' end, what's been the difficulty there for people to step in the ring with him?
Well, he's so good they don't want to fight him. I mean, we offered Haney to fight, and Haney didn't want it. So we'll find the big fight for Teofimo. He's a great talent, great personality, and he'll do very well both at the box office and on the pay-per-view.
And I think with the right dance partner, he'll do well. With the right dance partner. That's what I'm with you. I'm with you, Aisha. I'm with you. That's why for me, I ain't gonna lie, maybe there's a little bit of favoritism on my behalf. I'm more hopeful that it could be facilitated on Bob's end more so than anything, right? And it'll be him. Well, they was talking about doing some joint stuff. So I don't know, like the zone ESPN type deal or something like that. So I would hope that wouldn't entail it being in Saudi. I would hope not. Y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel if y'all haven't. Let's keep going. 619 say he got Usyk stopping.
What's needed to get that fight over the line? Is it good on your guys' end and it's up to Ennis and his team, or is there still some room there on both sides?
No, we're all set. It's up to the opponent and his people.
Do you know how soon you'll know, or if there's a deadline attached to that?
I'm here in Saudi Arabia, so I'm not working on it. But the guys back home are ready, and Jeremy are working on it every day.
How do you see the fight if they do go ahead and step in the ring against each other?
Well, I like Teofimo because I think he's a real great talent. But it's certainly a fight that'll be close betting odds and create a lot of interest.
To you, Bob, outside of Ennis, what is the biggest fight you feel can be made for Teofimo at this time?
Well, maybe Haney, I think, But he seems like he doesn't have very much interest in the fight, Haney.
See? So that's Bob's stance. That's why me as a content creator, it's not my job to try to convince y'all which side to believe. It's just when I get information from either side, I present it to y'all and let y'all make of it what you will. But what I get from it all is this is typical like back and forth stuff, more so between the fighters. I mean, you hearing Bob saying he really don't feel like Haney got an interest in the fight, but Haney kind of saying otherwise. But Bob is basing that off of, if he's being honest, he's saying everything is good on there and he's just waiting for the opponents. But he like, yo, Haney don't seem like he interested in the fight. He didn't want it. That's what he said earlier in the interview. Let's keep going.
I don't know.
Ennis, what is the biggest fight you feel can be made for Teofimo at this time?
Well, maybe Haney, I think, But he seems like he doesn't have very much interest in the fight, Haney. I don't know. We'll see. When we get back, we'll all meet and decide who the best available guy is, and that's who will fight.
Switching topics to Vasyl Lomachenko.
You see? And that's really what it boils down to for every fighter. to see who's the best available option and go with that. And if you Teo seemed like he got options, but I think Boots could be the more realistic one if he decide to look at this offer as a real thing. You get what I'm saying? But that's what he said. They waiting on Boots and Haney didn't want it. That's what he said. I'm not saying that. That's what Bob said. Sean, what it do? And this one, to me, bad business. Yeah, it is interesting. Now, I don't think so. I think it's out of Boots' hands. And you can see some of it playing out with the fact that the fighters that are involved, the titleists rather fight other guys instead of Boots first. That's not totally his fault. It don't matter what he would have did. He still can't force these guys to say, yeah, I want Boots next. You get me? And I think these dudes would definitely try to fight somebody else before fighting Boots. D-Free, what it do? Yeah, he's saying Haney not interested in Teo. That's what he's saying. He said he really don't seem interested at this time. And he said earlier in the interview, Haney didn't want it. That's what he's saying.
Lomachenko, what's the status of his return, and have you heard anything about him coming back?
I met with Vasyl and his father and Igis a number of months ago when Loma was still living in L.A., training in L.A. after his last fight. And he told me that he wants to spend time with his kids, and he was going back to the Ukraine, and he would contact me after the new year, whether he wants to fight, who he wants to fight. So that's the best I can do. I can't read the guy's mind. I don't know which way he wants to operate. He's in a situation where there's a war still going on in the Ukraine, so I can't predict.
And real quick, I just want to stop it just so we comment and as we go along. Like I had in the title, Loma not retired, and you could hear it right there. So I think that the news on Loma never changed. Remember the initial statement was, oh, he wasn't in the mood and he wasn't fighting for the rest of the year. And then after a while, then you started hearing the retirement rumors, but none of that, it never been, passed off to Bob Arum from Loma. So that's just people making that up. He didn't retire. He said he wasn't he would contact him at the end of the year, the next year. So it's still consistent with what they've been saying. I don't think Loma's retiring yet. And just pay attention to the IBF strap, y'all. I'll say that. Keep your eyes on the IBF strap. I did hear that that's a possibility for next year, Star Fox, Crawford, and Canelo.
If he does decide to come back and return to boxing,
yes,
I know a lot of fans want to see him come back and return.
Yes.
Is the targeted fight the one you guys were pursuing in 2024 against Gervonta Davis?
Real quick, man. I'm trying not to keep stopping it, but y'all, the comments make me. I got so much to say about this shit. Like P. Hunter, what you saying? Like, think about it like this, right? Despite what Haney is saying now about Turkey, remember he was tagging Turkey, saying Turkey is the only one that could make a certain fight happen. But then, do you remember his recent tweet when he was like, these bitch ass promoters messing up the game? This is why he ain't fought. So which one is it? Is it, do they have a fight on the table for you? Or is it the promoters messing up the game? Because that's what you said more recently. You said the promoters is messing up the game. So which one is it? And then your father sound like he's echoing the same sentiment. Sound like y'all having a problem getting the money that y'all looking for. But let's keep going.
Mine, I don't know which way he wants to operate. He's in a situation where there's a war still going on in the Ukraine, so I can't predict.
If he does decide to come back and return to boxing, I know a lot of fans want to see him come back and return. Is the targeted fight the one you guys were pursuing in 2024 against Gervonta Davis?
That would be a great fight. But there's a lot of great fights for him. Shakur Stevenson is a great fight. Keyshawn Davis would be a great fight if Keyshawn wins the world title. So there are a lot of good opponents.
What do you make of Gervonta's comments?
Y'all got to see the play, man. Y'all got to see the play. Loma ain't retired. He ain't fight Tank yet. Tank about to get an extra fight in the meantime, and he about to weigh his options. I'm telling you, man, Bob might be a little slick, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Bob might be being a little slick here. I'm telling you. for all we know, he could have told Loma not to take the damn Tank fight. Now I don't want to put that out there because that's more like conspiracy, but who knows? Like he still got control of that belt. And if he put Loma, listen to the name that he mentioned for Loma. He mentioned Keyshawn Davis. Who where's Keyshawn at? On Top Rank. You put Loma and Keyshawn in there, that's a unification. You win either way, whichever one of them win. You don't lose. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I still got my eye on Loma, man. Shout out to my bro. What's good with it, dude? How you feeling? Appreciate the 20 piece in the super chat. Much love to my bro.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my bro. Appreciate you. D for the win. What's good, Brody? How you feeling? Like Keyshawn. I see it. You hear it. You see the play. You peep the play. Let's keep going. I don't want to lose track of what he's saying. Shout out to my bro for the love.
Great fight. Keyshawn Davis would be a great fight if Keyshawn wins the world title. So there are a lot of good opponents.
What do you make of Gervonta's comments
a lot of
about
good
wanting
opponents,
to
but he only
retire
mentioned
coming
Keyshawn
up at the end of next year?
For the
fight is, a lot of them who've made money and want to go into other things in life say that. And most of the time you take it with a grain of salt. I don't know Gervonta personally, so I can't evaluate it. But, I mean, if he's decided to retire, he's made a lot of money, to go into real estate, God love him.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Marcos here. Sorry to interrupt the boxing and real-time updates and connect with fellow fight fans to your style day or night. From buying tickets, use the interactive map, which this isn't just an app.
Shakur Stevenson,
and thank me later.
Your former fight is Shakur Stevenson against Gervonta Davis. In your opinion, how does that fight play out, and who wins that?
Well, I'm prejudiced because even though Shakur was a former fighter in the sense that we used to promote him, I thought he was a tremendous talent. I still think he is, and I think he'll beat any lightweight with the possible exception of Keyshawn Davis.
That's a fight we probably will never see, huh?
Neither guy wants to fight each other.
Bob, gotta love this old dude, man. He's still kicking, man. You heard? Yeah, I heard him. I know they don't like that, but yeah, he know what it is. But they ain't gonna fight, and I don't think they will unless that money had to be something that's really life changing, bro. Because other than that, I don't see the reason for it. All things, my guy, hardcore casual. What it do, family? How you feeling? Y'all make sure y'all punch out the like button for your bro, man. Shout out to my bro Mark West, man, for the 5-piece in the Cash App. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate it.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my guy Mark. Let's get back to this.
Another subject, Bob. What's going to happen with the broadcaster in 2025 in terms of Top Rank? Where we're going to see a new home for Top Rank? Are we going to see them stay with ESPN or on various networks?
What we're trying to do is homes. I mean, different networks. Same way that any sport does. Same way that football does, that basketball does, that hockey does. You don't want to be with just one network. So that's what we're working on now, and probably sometime in January or February we'll make an announcement. We're still contractually bound to ESPN at this time, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with the reach that we'll have.
All right.
I like that. So basically, Top Rank going to be making some changes too. And I did hear more recently that ESPN won't be renewing their contract or something like that. So they probably going to look to go elsewhere, like he said. Boxing Dad, what it do? Malaza was good with it, man. Yeah. Y'all talking about what I just said. Jay Howard was good. Look, it's very simple for me. I want to make this very clear as it pertains to Keyshawn and Shakur. As a fight fan, Would I like to see them stylistically match up in the ring and fight? Hell yeah. Yeah. I can't control that. That's number one. So if I had it my way, right? Would I want to see it? Yes. But why I'm saying ain't no reason for it, because then there's that flip side for me. Like I said, with these fighters that appear to have emotional attachments to each other. And again, after seeing Big Baby talk about that and break down a little bit and say he just don't want to fight a guy that he got an emotional attachment to, because when you go in there, you trying to kill. And I just don't know if they can get up for that fight that way right now, the way it sounds. I need to hear it from them. It's too consistent on both ends that it's like, nah, that's the only guy I'm not fighting. And you get me? So I ain't tripping on it. That's one fight. That's one matchup. And I'll go even further. They had two different points in their career. That's not in demand right now. Keyshawn Davis won the title at 135. That might change things. Maybe they do sit down. Maybe they revisit it. Who knows? But am I against the fight? No. But why I say it's not a reason for it, because you got two guys that sound like they don't want to fight each other. And that's the last kind of fight that I want to see. And it's because of the intent behind it. I want to see guys that want to fight each other. Those are the best fights, not guys that don't want to fight. I don't want to see that shit. Y'all friends, like, we mess around. Who knows if you'll even get the best fight because of that? Nah, I don't want to risk it unless I start hearing them talk different. Like, you know what? He in my way. I want to be undisputed. And the only way I could do that is if we fight each other. I'm not against seeing no good fighters fight each other. But again, that emotional attachment thing is real. Dudes don't be wanting to get in there. And like I said, some relationships are deeper than boxing. As a man, I could understand that. It's not like I can see if he was looking at everybody that could be a potential threat of his and he's ruling them out. Like, nah, I ain't fighting him. That's my brother. Nah, I ain't fighting him. That's my brother. It's one guy. And then when I hear about the dynamic of their relationship online and behind the scenes of how really they really rock with each other, I get it. I ain't tripping. I can't force them to fight. I know stylistically, I think the fight would be fun, but they gotta want to do it. So if they don't want it, I can't want it more than they want it for themselves and the reasoning behind it, right? So just is what it is. Like, boxing is snake business. And I think them two dudes took a liking to each other for one reason or another. And that's somebody that he just rocking with. He like, yo, I don't want to beat that guy up. I can make my money without fighting him. It's just one guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But we never know what the future hold, man. Like, maybe they cross that bridge when they get there. If they in each other way, then what you gonna do? See, so I don't know. You know what I mean? You hear Top Rank going broke. Yeah, you'll never hear that. You probably never hear that TNT boxing. I like that, Aisha. They need to bring it back. Shout out to Kurt. He over here busting my chops. You know I'm the voice of reason. Big Dre, what it do? Lee Jackson, what's good? Hardcore casual. They gonna fight? They could. It's not up to me. So look, I'm with y'all as a fight fan. If it was up to me, yeah, it's cool to see them fight. But like, I get it. Like, all right, you know what I mean? You ain't never had somebody you ain't want to punch in the face. It's like, I get it. It's just two dudes to me. Like, it's just one fight that's not on the table. Like, and again, I would look at it totally different if every time somebody looked like a threat, he was saying, nah, I don't want to fight him. You get what I'm saying? It ain't like he's saying tank his brother. That'd piss me off. The guy that he called his brother, they're not even, like, it wouldn't even make sense for them to fight right now. It's not in demand. But again, after he wins a title, and then it seemed like both of them understand that their biggest fight is Tank Davis. So that's another thing that makes me kind of have some peace with it. All right, that's one fight. Damn, we can't see that. I'm not tripping, because the biggest fight for both of them is Tank Davis, and neither one of them said that's their brother. So as long as I get to see them fight, I'm cool. Like, if I got to pick which fight I need to see, like, because you got to think, we're not going to get them all. Boxing never give you everything you want. So you're not going to get everything anyway, but you can get some of what you want. And if I had to take a pick, like, and again, I don't even understand where this Keyshawn shit coming from, because not too long ago, he only had 4 fights and he was a clout chaser and all this shit. Now they telling me you want to see him fight Shakur? Well, I want to see Tank and Shakur fight. So until I see that, I'm not pushing Shakur and Keyshawn fighting more than I am Shakur and Tank. That's the fight. That's the one I want to see. We could worry about all that other stuff later. I want to see them. And you got to think, they're amongst the same circles, like training with the same people. Like, it's a lot with that. Like, I don't know. But I think it'll make for a good fight too, though. If they can get past being, hurting each other and just want to get in there and do it, I think it'll be a damn good fight, bro. Shout out to Queen 71 saying they had the same coach, true. Out here jumping my homie Tank. Yeah, man. Hannibal was good with it. I feel like Keyshawn would be more willing to fight Core. He clear on it too. He said he ain't doing it. Zane, but I get you. I get what you mean. I think it's mutual to me. I hear it being mutual on both sides. Like, when I hear it, it never wavers. Now, I will say this. There was a time, I think they was on live together, Shakur and Keyshawn. I think they was on live. And they mentioned briefly for a second, like, about fighting each other. They joked about it. So who knows, man? That could be something. They did joke about it for a second. That was the only time I heard them do that. They joked about fighting each other. So maybe they might be willing to do it. But again, there's no demand for it. It's just people asking for it. But we should be asking for, I think, Tank and Shakur first. Respectfully, like, they have to fight. It ain't even up to them no more. It's not even up to them no more, y'all. They gotta give us that fight. Shout out to both of them, man. Y'all know Core, my guy, but I gotta see that fight. Just I ain't gonna cap. We gotta see that fight, man. It's a good fight later in their career. That's why I say Jay Howard, maybe they cross that bridge when they get there. Maybe the money is something that they can't turn down, and they say, hey, man, and they sit down and say, let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? All right, so take WBC and WBA and make a league legit auditory. Say, but even Shakur and Ryan, this fool don't want nobody. Doesn't make sense right now, right? Yeah, right. It's still early. Like, nobody's demanding that they fight each other right now. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's demanding it. So they can still get away with not doing it at this moment. And I'm okay with it because it's a bigger fight for both of them. D1, my guy, was good, bro. So why didn't Marco ask him about Keyshawn the Tank? Yeah, man. He might ain't get a chance to, though, man. He might want to think about it. But he said, he said it. Did he say it'd be a good fight or something like that? Thought he did. Thought he just briefly spoke about it. Trying to get his belt. Yeah, the dynamic changed. Now I do hardcore. Then maybe now the conversation is different because now people start asking, well, what do you want to do now that you got a belt? Do you want to unify? Do you want to be undisputed? Shakur, yeah, I know you said that's your brother, but he got the WBC title. What you gonna do? You can't be undisputed unless you fight him. They gonna try to manufacture that fight the minute he win the title. You best believe that. They gonna forget all about Tank being there. They gonna focus on Shakur and Keyshawn. How much I want to bet? How much I want to bet when Keyshawn beat up Baranchik? Because I'm standing on that. He beating Baranchik up. How much you want to bet? They're gonna be like, Shakur and Keyshawn need to fight now. I bet you. They're gonna be like, man, they ain't no brothers. They fake brothers, man. They ain't fake brothers, man. Some people just some shit deeper than boxing. That's all. Do the Devin. Boston George, what up, fam? Shout out to my guy, Mike Biz. Hannibal said, I don't mind Tank versus Keyshawn, but you'd rather see Tank versus Shakur. Absolutely facts. It ain't even up to them no more. Hannibal, they got to give us that fight. Motown, what it do, my guy? They got to give it to us. Big drop. Dre is in the building. They got to give us that fight. So, look, man, Bob Arum said a lot. He said a lot in this, man. He gave you some good information, right? He did let you know that the Teofimo and Devin Haney was a real situation. Boots and Teo was a real situation. He said everything is good on their end. They just waiting for to see what the opponent going to do. Talking about Boots. He said Haney is a good fight, but he don't seem interested in it at this moment. Haney is on the other side saying, turkey this and turkey that. But the only reason why I take that with a grain of salt, because he just came out more recently and said the promoters are messing up the game. You don't say that if everything is on the up and up. If they just got this big fight and this good deal up on the table for you, and there will be no reason for you to come out and make a statement saying that, the promoters is messing the game up. That's why you haven't fought. So which one is it? Do they got fight for you and Teo don't want it because Bob's saying otherwise? Or are they messing the game up, meaning you can't get your asking price to get back in the ring coming off this Ryan Garcia situation that just went to shit? It's both of them real how big the fight is. They're going to do it. 26. We'll see, man. Time and tell. Boots don't want to fight, or should he? Now they saying they just waiting to see what he gonna do now. You know, I just think he said that's a cool fight, but he want a unification. So if this fight don't materialize, I'm not gonna be surprised, because again, Boots, that would just be Boots sticking to his guns, but he runs the risk of inactivity. And I'm telling you, I think he'll be passing up on an opportunity. I do. This is boxing, bro. Ain't no way that's not a good fight. Even if we think Boots beat him, it's still a good fight. It's a good name. Go beat Teo up, man. Man, I wish I could talk to Boots, man. I'd be like, man, I think you should take the fight, stay active, beat him up, and then get one of them unifications after. I'm telling you. Think they have fights for him. He doesn't want the low money. I think so too. That's why I'm like, yo, you saying the promoters messing the game up. That's all I got from that. When he said that mean, you know, situations is funny, and they ain't budging with that price on that number. They ain't biting on that number no more. They don't want to give him the money he wants, and Turkey ain't paying him. That's what it seemed like. So I don't know, man. Would it be a little far-fetched for Haney to take a Teo fight coming off that Ryan fight? Like, could anybody see him fighting Teo coming off that fight? Seriously, though, in all seriousness. You think after fighting Ryan Garcia and going through that, your very next fight is Teofimo after being out the ring for a while, too? I don't know. Like, I start asking other questions. I don't think Haney's scared of nobody. I've been, to be honest with you, I think Haney been wanting to put hands on Teo. But I would love to know the real reason why it's not happening, because you basically hearing it different on both sides. But I don't know. Good fight, but the pressure is on Eddie to make a unification, right? But I think if people are realistic with the timeline, right, Big Dre, like I was saying, I don't think none of those are available right now. Stanionis, Barrios just fought. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, man. Who else? I just don't see it. And he's trying to get Conor Ben that fight too, man. And Brian Norman. I almost forgot Brian Norman got a fight. You see what I'm saying? So as much as he wants a unification, what could Eddie do about the fact that people got obligations lined up? Meaning Stanionis do. You get what I'm saying? Brian Norman do. I was saying this earlier. They both got something going on. Barrios just fought. And then they talk about him fighting Conor Ben. Those options are just not available for him. But what seems like it is, based on Bob, is Teo. Man, go beat that man up. Man, go beat that man up, man. Go beat that man up. Go beat Teo up the same way Earl beat up Mikey when he asked for it. And we all sat there and loved watching Mikey get beat up and raise his hand like he was winning after every round. It'd be the same way. Teo was asking, did he still have it? Against who? Sandor? Man, he fight Boots. He might really be wondering if he still got it. They don't want to give him that Devin that $3 million. That's what it's seeming like. I wish he could just get his bread, because I want to see the fights. I'm not against nobody getting paid. I'm not gonna tell that man what he ain't worth or none of that. I'm for the fighter. I want to see Devin get paid so we can see him in the best fights possible. I don't feel like after losing one fight, everything should just go to shit like that. But you know, I'm not the one that got to pay him the money either, right? So. That's his fault. Yeah. That's what he gonna do. Big Dre. He gonna go the other way. He gonna fight. He gonna go look to fight Conor Ben. I'm telling you. And you already heard it from his team. They need money to fight him. That's the same situation as the Brian Norman thing. Why would they even entertain that when they could easily make a fight with Conor Ben, which is a more winnable fight, in my opinion, for Barrios than is Boots. And it still ain't gonna be no easy fight. Conor Ben could fight a little bit. People just don't like him. Yeah, he needs to take a tune-up, but he doesn't want to take the low money. Yeah, the tune-ups pay. So he's stuck making a big, dangerous fight to get the money he wants. I agree, Queen 71. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place. I just wish he would. Damn, I don't know, because I can't tell him what to be comfortable with taking. Like, and I could just only imagine how much of a hit his market value took from taking that loss like that. And even though it wasn't a loss officially, it got overturned to a no contest. He got his O back, but everybody's still seen the fight. And now you beltless after that situation, and the lawsuit is holding you in a real fragile light And it seems like with you being your quote unquote own boss, that nobody's willing to take the hit or really pay you the money that you're asking for. And it seems as if he's going to have to re-up with a promoter, maybe a couple fight deals, something. It seems like he's going to have to do that. Or I just don't see why people are going to budge if the issue is them paying them right now. I don't see how that's going to change. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it changing. Mr. New Tune-Up, Devin. I could really hear D1 saying this right now. I don't understand Mr. New Tune-Up, Devin Haney not taking the Teo fight is wild. And Teo struggles against boxers. It's a winnable fight, D1. But you know what? It's a lot more questions for Devin to answer now after seeing Ryan Garcia in the ring and how that went for him. Ashley's Corner, what it do, Cuzzo? How you feeling? Always good to see Cuzzo in the building, man. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all sock the like button out for you, bro. Social media is killing my boy Dad right now. And there he is. And you know what's crazy, Hannibal? Every day I talk about him, I try to stall him out. I never go crazy on Devin Haney because it's not personal. I don't got no personal with him. He can fight. I just would like to see him beat one of these guys up. And I think he can beat what's his name? I think he can beat Teo with the right game plan. I think he could beat Teo. So a couple of these guys, I always thought he would have beat Sandor Martin. Know what I'm saying? My bad, y'all. Responding to a text. Devin Mental ain't right. I'm hearing that too, though. People are questioning that. They feel like, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. They got some history. Is that necessarily the best course of action for him to really pursue a fight with Teo coming off that fight? Like, again, you talking about getting back right. It's mad questions that you need to answer. Are you going to go into a fight off of bravado and just say, hey, I'm going to do it? Or are you going to realistically get back on the horse the right way? Ain't no shame in beating up taking a get back fight. I don't know what you want to call it. Get back fight, shake back fight, tune up fight, light touch. Whatever you need to get back. That fight was rough for you. Those rounds where you got knocked down and they counted like 3, but you really got knocked down like 5 times, I think, to my count. That fight got rough for him. So is the next course of action for you to then run out there and jump back in there with another? I don't know. Teo got a good enough punch, man. Like, he ain't no feather fisted guy. That dude can knock you out if he hits you clean. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Y'all make sure y'all sock that like button out for me, man. Yeah, make sure y'all sock it out, man. I don't know. It's a tough situation to be in. It's not going to be easy no way he go. My bad, y'all. Devin versus Josh Taylor. Shit, at what weight? I think Josh Taylor might be done at 40. I'm not sure if was that just a rumor. He might be done at 40. He really might be done there. I don't know. I thought he was going at 47. Thought he was. I'm not sure though. No. His fans talk too much. Top guys. That's all. That is it. That's all. Damn, Kurt tried to get him smoked. Kurt tried to get him smoked. Kurt tried to get that man beat down again. Nah, man, he needed a shake back fight. Kurt, that was brutal for him, man. Those knockdown rounds was not nice to him. He fought his ass off in that fight, though. What it was, a majority decision, right? And it wasn't like it was no UD or nothing. Like I'm telling you, a tweak here or there, we having a totally different conversation. I'm being serious. A tweak here or there. Like, I think if he didn't get clipped in that first round like that, I think the fight might have went a lot different for him. I'm telling you, a tweak here or there, he avoid that left hook just a little bit. You know what I mean? Or prepared for it a little bit better. We probably having a different conversation. The man was getting dropped all over the place and still fought to like a majority decision. He never quit. I swear that I think was it the first knockdown? I think after the first knockdown, I thought he was finished. Man, when he was like on all fours almost, I was like, yo, he done. I don't know how the hell that man got up. That's why I say I got a lot of respect for him. I joke here and there, but got a lot of respect for him. He got hammered in that fight, and he never quit. It's just like it was never on his mind. It was never on his mind. That's what I respect the most. It got rough for you in there, but you could have easily tapped out. You could have looked over at your father, gave him the Sean Porter nod or the Sean Porter eyes. You know what I mean? It's a lot he could have did, but he was like, nah, I'm just going to fight until I can't no more. He wasn't going. I think talking about Devin Mine's a trigger too. And Teo talk, yeah, man, he going to have him pissed off. Dub J, what it do, fam? How you feeling, bro? Appreciate you. Ron said Devin could beat Norman Jr. or Stan Jonas at 47. Those are fights that, I don't know about that Norman Jr. shit. I ain't going to lie to you. Maul, what's good with it, fam? He said Devin takes shots on the tune-up and look regular. He kills his market value forever, so he wants a good fight for proper money, my opinion. Nah, that's a good opinion, Jamal. That's a good opinion, bro. That's a solid thought. That's a solid thought. That's a good point. Like, because it's a risk, right? You figure if it's all or nothing at this point. If you're going to come back, you want to come back and fight a top guy and get paid to do it. I ain't tripping on that. I ain't mad at him for that. I respect it. But I think the issue is is he going to be able to get the money that he's looking for? And is that name available? And it seemed like Teofimo would be that guy. But I don't know what their situation is behind closed doors. It sounds like it's a little miscommunication or some back and forth. Yeah, nah, he ain't going no 47 that quick. Hell no, Norman's stopping him, bro. Yeah, he was. Cause it was bad, man. Y'all was there. Y'all seen it. We called the fight live. Y'all was here. It's not just sparring champion of the world. Always dropping spar tapes of champions who just lost. He needs that work, no chance. Damn, y'all I'm trying to stall him out. Y'all won't let me stall him out. Why y'all won't let me stall bro out? I'm trying to stall him out. His realistic avenue back to the ring is a get back fight, and just to shake out the cobwebs. It's unless you feel like you ready to go right back in the water, then the shark infested water, go ahead. But I'm just saying, because I'm rooting for him on some boxing shit. I want to see him go beat somebody, shake off the cobwebs, get a little shake back fight, and then go for those guys. But I mean, I can't make the decision for him. So we'll see what he do. But his options look like they slim too. Norman has power. Devin boxing keeps his range. He keeps Norman at bay. I don't know if he'll be able to do that though, Rod. I'm not so sure. I think Norman will get to him. I do. I think he'll get to him in those moments where Devin has to take chances. You gotta think he'll be in Norman weight class. That ain't gonna work well for him. You feel like he don't punch like that at 40, man. You go up there at 47. That dude punching Brian Norman strong. Imagine one of them uppercuts landing. Man, that should be brutal. You think Ryan was cracking you, man. B. Norman pretty. He got an engine too. He got a good tank on him. Band up. What it do, fam? Just who in the worst position, him or EJ? Dev or EJ? It's tough. It's tough because Dev is so young. It's just all about his next move. His next move got to be his best move. Like that cliche, it got to be that though. But EJ, more accomplished at a later point in his career. You don't expect him to be around too much longer. That's not the worst position to be in, right? Because he's accomplished. He got the biggest fight of his career. Devin Haney is still looking for that fight. Ryan was supposed to be that fight, and it turned out to be something different, right? So, yeah, I would say it's tougher on Devin because he got more career left, and he's still very accomplished. But the fact that he's so young, you get what I'm saying? It puts the pressure on him. EJ is toward the end where you could probably count the number of fights on one hand. You know what I'm saying? Brian Norman said, "Nah, just they spread participated too much slander." Y'all see I'm fair with everybody. I'm glad y'all see I'm fair with everybody. Y'all see, I try to keep it fair with everybody, man. I'm just saying in a realistic sense. I know what y'all saying, like the way they talk make y'all feel like, nah, just go. Rozier, what's good, Brody? Go back into the deep end, but my bad, y'all had a phone call. All right, we back. Nah, we need Bakram versus Haney. Damn, you want to see Bakram? Damn, Rozier, what Haney do to you, bro? You really don't like him getting his O back that much? You want to see him fight Bakram? You don't want to see that. Bakram gonna do all types of damage. Yeah. Shout out to my guy D1 because he know. I try to give everybody they just do, man. But I'll tell y'all this. I understand y'all sentiments, though. It's the energy they put out. Like I was talking to my bro earlier. They literally sold. They sold death for the last, literally, like they literally sold death. Like remember, they went Ivan Drago in that Ryan Garcia fight. So I get it. Like people don't feel like they deserve a break or none of that. But only reason I say that because there's so many questions to answer, and is necessarily jumping back in there with a good puncher. I think Teo is a solid enough puncher where that's risky enough. Like, do you necessarily take that fight after going through what you went through? Is it a smart move? It's very risky. It'll pay off if you win for sure. But, you know, like, is that the fight that you comfortable going into? You know, knowing that it's going to be tough to make 140. You already been some time off. You coming off a loss that got overturned. That still was a loss inside the ring. So you get what I'm saying? Like, do you jump back in there with Teo? That might be a bad fight. What you having to answer all them questions against that guy? You know what I mean? You don't even know what your chin is. You don't know what your punch resistance. That shit is real. I know some people questioning what his mental like and all that, man. But I don't know, man. Look, man, where Haney at, man? Haney back in the gym on y'all, though, man. Go back in the gym working on y'all, bro. Damn, twin. Nah, man, y'all gonna stop hating on Haney. Put some respect. He's shaking it. He's shaking back. He's shaking back as we speak. Way too early. Practicing to block that left hook, man. He's back. He's shaking back. I got the other video too. He was looking sharper in the other video. He was. Man, Rashad Warner, man, stall him out. You know, you gotta shake back and give him a little bit. He's been eating and chilling, bro. He's back. At least his weight ain't crazy. His weight ain't up crazy. He's gonna get back right, bro. I'm trying to tell. I believe in that. I really do. In all seriousness. I'm telling you, he's gonna bounce back, bro. He just need a fight to do it. That's all he need. Nah, shout out to Rashad. That's all good. We having fun here. I gotta stall Haney out a little bit, man. They just messed up when they went there for Ryan. That's all. Man, he trying to correct. Yeah, go ahead and fix them mistakes, bro. Yeah, man. I believe in young Haney. Hey, now go ahead and lie and say he didn't look a little sharp right here. He's turning that right hand over.
That's beautiful.
Y'all lying. You say he ain't turning that right hand over. Don't lie. Don't get my guy like that. He's turning that right hand over on him. I like this combination that they're doing right there. He looked a little sharper right here. I like how he look in this one. I like how he look here. I like how he look right here. Sharp. Nah, I know tunnel vision. Stall him out. Damn, he got his shake back, man. He rehabbing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro, rehabbing for real. He fresh off getting cheated, bro. He still, that shit probably still on his mind, bro. Just got to get back sharp. This is just what I want to see, man. Getting back to it, man. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Y'all know this man being tip-top shape in that ring, man. That's why he was able to survive them knockdowns. That dude be in great shape. If he wasn't in shape, he would have got knocked. He would have got stopped. He would have got stopped. defense. He needs power. Nah, I don't think he do, yo. Look, listen. He'll never be this puncher per se, right? But listen to me, yo. The only people that really be talking all this power stuff, I get it. Some of the boxers do it, but the last guy before Ryan, obviously, that he fought was Regis. Regis said he was pillow fisted. He changed his tune after that 12-round flawless victory that Devin Haney painted that damn Picasso. You know what I'm saying? Painted that Picasso on him. You get what I'm saying? He changed his mind. He was like, nah, he could punch a little. He could punch. All right, then. Ryan, I think he hurt Ryan in the fight. Ryan admitted to being hurt in the fight. The dude, I'm telling you, as fight fans, we just be talking like fans sometimes. I'm trying to tell you, don't shit feel good about being jabbed, hooked, or punched in the face with an 8-ounce glove on. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I ain't no boxer. I ain't in shape. I ain't working out and training every day. If I put on that 8-ounce glove and punch one of y'all in the face, I guarantee you're not going to say I can't punch. I guarantee you that shit don't feel good. He's not a puncher. You just got to put it in his proper perspective. Is he a puncher? No. But I don't think you want to keep getting jabbed in your face over and over. Look how Kambosos was, and I get it. It's Kambosos, but he a pretty brave guy. Look how Devin Haney tamed him, especially in that second fight. He ain't want to keep running into them jabs and right hands. That shit was hurting. Look how Loma was getting beat up to the body. That shit didn't feel good. And I ain't coming to Haney's defense or none of that. I'm just a real boxing fan. I'm trying to get people to get rid of the talking like a fan and really consider what they're doing. Like, that shit hurt. Don't feel good to get punched at all, bro. Shout out to Boxing Hack. He said, haters keep crying. Dev's beating Teo. Whoever his next opponent is, it will be a better fight than Tank is beating his good friend Lamont Roach. Why my guy Tank catching sprays, man? Why Tank out here catching sprays, dog?
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Raffle ticket. Salutations. Yeah, man. Send it to the Cash App. Yeah. Y'all want a raffle ticket? The raffle is up to, what is it up to now, D1? Shout out to Rashad. Appreciate you, Boxing Hacker. Shout out to you, bro. Zoom Verse, my guy. What it do, bro? And man, boxing. Oh, yeah, he on his ass. Cash Crypto, what it do, my guy? Pardon me, man. Let me scroll to the bottom. Let me get to the bottom, man. Cash, the youngest undisputed. They ain't never letting that go. Nah, he is, man. He was the guy, man. Now he just got to get back in. He just got to get back to it, bro. Just got to get back to it. How much credit we giving a guy that's only beat smaller men? It ain't impressive. Listen, I understand that point, Cash. I get it. But for me, I just go a bit further, right? I look at it. That's one part of it, right? Being a bigger guy, right? Being bigger than these guys. But you have to admit too, Cash, because you're a real boxing fan and you really watch this shit too. He has to have a certain level of skill to also be able to beat these smaller guys. Like Tank is a prime example, right? Don't get too much smaller than that guy. And he stay fighting a bigger guy. And I ain't saying that, he's him, but you get my point. It's a certain level of skill that going with Tank doing to these guys, despite the power he had with Devin Haney. He not the power, but he got the size advantage, reach, height, and all that stuff. But it's a certain amount of skill that exists in the ring when he's fighting. You get what I'm saying? For him to be able to beat these guys, or he wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, obviously, if you sacrificing weight, to make sacrificing your body to make a weight class, right? It's obviously some type of benefit that you become accustomed to, right, with the weight. So it's some type of advantage for you. But the other side, that's one side of it, right? And that might be a big factor to y'all. But the other side, and the bigger factor to me, is the skill set. The kid can fight. I always say that. Like, I don't sit up here and gotta try to rank him and put him better than this guy, but the dude really could fight. Like, can you think about? Damn, I don't want to say it's probably a nice handful of people that y'all have beating him, but it's a lot of guys that won't beat him, and some of them people that we might think could beat him might lose. Shout out to the JBT family and everybody that's participating in the raffle. The raffle is up to $365. $5 to get you into the raffle, and the winner takes all. the bag for the holidays. Shout out to my guy D1, man. J Boxing, what it do, family? Jay Howard was good. Catch weight, 143 Teller. Great fight, low risk. Think so? Oh, woo, man.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
That's it, man. That's I hear you. But shit, Josh Teller, because you just don't know what he is too. He didn't look too good his last time out. He got handled. Teo beat him up pretty good. Didn't he lose to Catterall too the second time? Then they fight again. Start losing track. Zach B. Y'all wrong, man. Zach B. What it do, family? He said count Arum, Vlad, the Impeller. You mean 2 fight? Oh man, y'all crazy, man. Y'all shout out. He said they keep saying undisputed like he's still undisputed. D1 be going all over. Yeah. He be snapping. Yeah. Run Catterall. Hey, but I think Catterall, he got something going on with Regis. Teller a mummy. Maybe he got outbox him. Teller got some size to him, though, yo. Remember, y'all just talking about guys that's big. Teller ain't no small dude, yo. Terrence Crawford met Josh Teller for the first time. The first thing he says, he don't know how he making 140. You get what I'm saying? And you got to think that's coming from a guy that's a heavier weight class than him, telling you he don't know how the smaller guy is making that weight because he clearly the bigger guy. So, But Catterall, there's options. There's good fights for him, but what's the realistic options, though? That's the thing. Told you, man, look, I can't say I know everything that's going on behind the scenes, bro. But what I can say is Devin Haney looked like he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Looked like he had a bit of a crossroads trying to get his way back into the sport that he been in, that he been, doing his thing in. I think he better entertain Hitchens, man. If I was him, I would be on Hitchens' helmet. Hitchens just won a title, bro. Y'all Haney fans say he way better than Hitchens, and Hitchens is like a Walmart brand at Devin Haney or whatever y'all be saying. Bro, Hitchens is talking crazy right now. Hitchens is with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. Devin Haney has worked with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. You better call Eddie Hearn ass and try to make that fight. I don't got the answers, but at this point, hey man, you gotta get your ass a fight. Because fighting Sandor Martin at this point would be the biggest mistake ever. Because you could have just did that, saved yourself the time and the title and the beatdown. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see that being a realistic option no more. And I think that's just such a bad fight. Don't nobody even want to go near it. If I was him, I'll get on the phone with Eddie, man. I see what's good with Eddie, man. Eddie and Hitchens, bro. He worked with you before. He said he willing to work with you again. Man, you need to make something happen, man. And Eddie, you better start wearing in Eddie We Trust shirts. Y'all out here praising Turkey Alley Sheik. Your pops out here calling Jake Paul the face of boxing. Y'all bogus. You better go print you up some in Eddie We Trust shirts, and you and Bill need to wear them around YouTube for a little while, man, until they get it through their head, man. You want Hitchens, bro. Go ahead and try to get you a title. I mean, we talking about Teofimo. That's a title shot. Hitchens is talking. That's a boxer. I mean, I think Teo might be a bit riskier in terms of punching power than a Hitchens, but Hitchens ain't no for sure win either. But look, I'm just trying to be realistic. You work with Eddie in the past, and he said he's willing to work with you. His current fighter is calling you out. I'll get right on his line and be like, let's make the fight. I'm telling you, I would. If there was any truth to you being willing to fight Teo and that just didn't come to fruition, man, go fight Hitchens. I know you can't just pick like that, but man, go try to, man, go see what Eddie on, man. Go put the pressure on their asses. I'm telling you. I'm saying that, man, it's still the WBC champ. Nah, they gotta chill, Kurt. They definitely gotta chill. Because that'll be a lie. Barrios. They think they could beat Barrios too. That ain't gonna be no easy fight. Barrios be sharp as hell early. He be sharp. He be sharp early. And it's Devin, not Devon. Y'all make sure y'all sock out that like button for your bro, man. Sub to the channel. Smash that like button. Turn your notifications on. The raffle, it will be rocking to the 21st. We got a couple more days. Hit the Cash App. You want to join in the raffle. enter with a chance to win $365, man, and get the entire bag from the JBT family, man. Bill said they want Hitchens. That's what, see what I'm saying? Clean 71. They need to do that. They need to really try to do that. I don't think it's a bad fight. I really don't. Everybody Haney fought either had a major size disadvantage or past their prime. Trying to fight somebody's size advantage. I get that. Listen, I'm with you with the size advantage. I don't think everybody was past their prime. I do think he fought some older guys. Like, there's no mistaking that. There's no, that's no shame. Like, look, he fought some guys. There you go. There go the people he fought right there. Let me take this off real quick. Move that. There you go. You got Regis, you got Loma, you got Cambosis, you got Jojo Diaz, Jorge Linares, Gamboa. And I can't see these dudes' names, and I don't know their faces by heart, but I think this one of those dudes is the knockout victim. They was trying to say he fight people in the nursing home. Yo, y'all wrong on the internet. Y'all look what y'all be doing. Why would y'all play? Yo, y'all crazy. Yo, y'all got to put some respect on the 2-division champion name, yo. I can't discredit all his wins, bro. Some of them dudes was older, but older don't always mean bad. That shit mean experience too. The younger guy don't always win. You get me? Jorge Linares, when he fought Jorge Linares, yeah, Jorge Linares is a bit old, but he had more knockouts, I believe, than Haney had fights. That count for something. That's why he was able to hurt him in the fight. Dude had more knockouts than he had fights, bro. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think that was a bad win. I don't think Loma was old. Loma beat the stew out of Cambosis. Cambosis wasn't old. Cambosis was young. You get what I'm saying? These dudes were smaller, true. Regis a little longer in the tooth. I get that. Gamboa, you understood why he fought that guy. You get it. Because he wanted to have a common opponent with Tank. He swore he was going to knock him out or better than Tank or something, man. That didn't happen, but that's what he said. Smoochie, what's going on? How you feeling? Had more knockouts than fights. No, he had more knockouts than Devin Haney had fights, I think, when they fought, at the time they fought. My bad if I said it the wrong way. No, Jorge Linares, I believe, had more knockouts than Devin Haney had fights at the time that they fought. If y'all go back and look, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? He had more fights than he had. I mean, knockouts than he had fights. Jorge and Devin was slugging it. He was getting into it. Young Poppy, him and Jojo Diaz wasn't past it. He just was small. But Jojo Diaz he ate some shots from Jojo. He beat Jojo up, though, man. I don't know. I'm not mad at the wins. I get it with the whole size thing. But Tank is the prime example of how that shit don't always mean everything, right? You still got to have skill, right? If it was just size alone, then he'd be losing fights, right? So that's what I'm saying. Devin Haney, at the same token, is not just winning fights off of size alone. If that was the case, look how much bigger Barrios was than Tank. He should have knocked Tank ass out. You get me? Undefeated and all that. So it's just not his size, but I believe that does play a factor, a significant factor. But like I said, his skill set and his ability, him being better than these guys is also it. You know what I'm saying? That's also the reason. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I say it. He said, no, we don't. Samuel, what it do, my guy? Shout out to Smoochie. How you feeling? Cambosis built not a good measuring stick. Come on, man. Stall him out, Kyle. He was undefeated, man. You get me? He beat Teo. This was the Cambosis that beat Teo, though. You get me? That shit got to count for something. That's the Cambosis that beat Teo. He got in there and put hands all over Buddy. Then he spent the block on him. Went back to the down under and scraped him. He beat him up the second time. He was beating Cambosis up, bro. I'm just trying to stall Devin Haney out, man. Y'all got to stall out the 2-division champion, man. All things, what it do, my guy? I think y'all say he does best. Got him smashed. It's funny. I'm laughing because I can hear all the D1 comments with his voice. No evidence. What's good with it, fam? How you feeling? Shakur and Tank has a better resume than Devin. I always felt like that resume talk it's always a good discussion, right? Because it's the big difference with Tank and Shakur. They both started at 126. Most of Devin Haney fights was at 135. That's not the case for Shakur or Tank, despite what people say. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I feel like this is my personal opinion. When you're able to show that you're a top guy, an elite guy in multiple weight classes, that mattered to me, and be accomplished while you're doing it. that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? But I just think being able to prove it in multiple weight classes against different guys, you know, account for something, as opposed to being in one weight class. Not to say there's anything wrong with that, but it's more proven to me when you've shown it through a multitude of weight classes as opposed to just one. And there's no shame in dominating that one weight class and doing your thing either. You know what I'm saying? So it was winning the fight and had a mental lapse. Yeah, these humans, it happens. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Tank doesn't stop. Tank told y'all he could get hurt and fighters are human. Yeah, facts. Yeah, that type of that type of transparency is the shit that makes him dangerous. Because no matter how dangerous we look at him and think he is, no matter how dangerous he thinks he is, he understands that it's a certain level of danger that presents itself with no matter who he's fighting. And he approaches the fights that way. So you could tell he's not a stupid guy. Tank is a very smart fighter. But to be honest, Devin lost that Loma fight. Nah, twin, I don't listen. You know why I don't feel like he lost the Loma fight? Because he gave 100%. Loma was on record saying he didn't give 100%. You get what I'm saying? He gave up the 12th round. If you go back and look at the Teofimo fight with Loma, he did the same thing there. That dude that's a little bit of a pattern. It's only 2 fights. It was a bit of a pattern where he give up the 12th round against guys that's on his ass in close fights. How do you not give 110% in an undisputed fight that the guy reached out and said, yo, I want to fight you. I don't care if you deserve it. I don't care what you did. I'm going to give you the chance. I want to fight you. And you telling me in a close-ass fight like that where he was clearly ripping you to the body early, you're going to get in a 12th round in a close fight and you're not going to go 110%, and then me as a fight fan, I'm supposed to argue that he won? He didn't give it his all. I think Devin did. Devin had a moment in the corner where he couldn't be. He needed to figure some shit out. And whatever Bill told him, you know, it was good enough for him. He went out there and he figured it out. Shout out to Jay, man. I see you. And Regis flat-footed. Now the Regis, that was a style thing. Regis stylistically, even the younger version of Regis would have always had trouble with Devin Haney because of the styles. And what Regis, what he lacks. But his strengths, being a younger version of Regis, he'd definitely been more dangerous for sure. I think stylistically, you know, that was always going to be a rough-ass fight for him. Devin beating Bozo for undisputed. Yeah, he did his thing. That's a good win, bro. That's a great win. Listen, I'm not about to say Cambos is no world beater. Y'all know that. But I'm talking about the guy that he got in there with. That was the undefeated Cambosis. Riding that momentum off of beating all these dudes by split decision. Beat Teofimo, dropped him, beat him by split decision. That's the guy that Devin Haney beat up. Then he beat his ass even worse the second time. So the shitty Cambosis that y'all see right now, I'm just being real. I'm giving credit where it's due. Devin Haney spearheaded that. He beat the confidence out of Cambosis. Cambosis ain't looked like the same fighter since he fought Teo, or since he fought Devin, should I say. Devin beat his ass the first time. He beat him up the first time. He beat him up more the second time. I think he took whatever bit of confidence he still had. He zapped him of it. He just didn't look like the same. That dude, arguably, since fighting Devin Haney, won about 2 rounds out of about 4 fights. Like, that dude is not, he got it. And that's because he got his ass whooped. I mean, I started with Devin. I'm just giving the man his credit. That's the version. I know Cambosis is looking like stir-fry shit right now, but that wasn't the version of Cambosis that Devin Haney fought. He never was this super elite guy, but he still was talented, skilled. He scrappy. He a scrappy dude. He had some speed, got some solid punching power. I ain't gonna say he no killer or nothing, but Cambosis just wasn't no. You get what I'm saying? He could fight. He could fight little irky jerky kind of style, but Devin Haney just neutralized him and beat his ass. And he was the first one to do it. Think about it. Look, if y'all was to see Devin and Teo fight today, look, how would y'all think about that fight? Well, a lot of y'all probably pick Teo right now, right? But never forget that the only guy to beat Teo was Cambosis, and the guy that beat that guy was Devin Haney. There's nothing wrong with that. I ain't saying Cambosis no damn. You know, you can't say he wasn't. I ain't gonna say no world beater, man. He just had a extremely good run of fights, I think, where he won a lot of close fights and split decisions. Mickey Bays, Lee Selby's, and you know, even with Teofimo, he was a split decision guy. But Devin Haney put a stop to all that shit. Like, think about it. I'm just being transparent, y'all. He could have folded too. He could have made the same mistake Teo did. He was focused. Teo wasn't. Teo paid the price, got dropped, got beat up, made excuses. Kambosos took his belts and his O. Then he got in there with Devin. He slow walked his way in there with Devin. He really didn't want to fight. They offered him a shit ass deal in hopes that he wouldn't take the fight. I remember all that, and he just beat his ass. He just beat his ass. That's all. He just beat his ass. So no, I'm not I'm not doing a triangle theory. I'm not saying because he beat him, he beats him. No, I'm just telling y'all, I get what we look at Kambosos as now, but don't forget who was the first guy to put the L on his record and really start making him look bad. He didn't look bad against Teo. He didn't look bad against, Mickey Bay. He didn't look bad against Lee Selby. He didn't start looking bad till he got in there with somebody that was just better than him in every facet, and that was Devin Haney. He outboxed the hell out of him. I'm just giving the man his just due. That's it. I ain't overstating the wins, but you can't rule out, you can't just ignore the fact that he beat the undefeated version of the guy. He beat the guy riding with the most confidence that he's ever had in his career. That's fresh off beating Teo. You ain't telling me, you couldn't tell me he didn't think he was going to beat Devin. He thought so, and he got his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? The phenomenal show, my guy. What's good with it, bro? Nah, but I'm definitely not doing a triangle theory. I'm just making sure people know. Because when we say how bad Kambosos is, I just want to put it in its proper context. That's not the Kambosos that Devin Haney fought. The guy he is now is because of Devin Haney starting it. And with them first 2 L's, beating his ass like that. You get your ass beat for 24 rounds, your confidence is definitely going to take a hit. I don't think Devin Haney lost a definitive round in either one of them fights. He was kicking Kambosos' ass, bro. That's all I'm saying. So, styles make fights, man. Kambosos always been mid. Yeah. Nah, I never was high on him, though. I ain't going to lie, no evidence. But he still was a pretty good fighter is all I'm saying. He's not a bad fighter. He is now. He is now, but he was solid. He was solid up until he lost. You get what I'm saying? He's putting together good performances. He was winning fights that people didn't expect him to win. Beat a very experienced Mickey Bay, but Mickey Bay had a lot of inactivity, and that was toward the end of the career. But he beat Lee Selby, a respectable fighter. Like, he worked his way here, and then he upset Teo. Shout out to my boxing mind, Barbara D. Peace to the queen. How you feeling today? So again, y'all smash that like button if y'all haven't, man. And anybody, again, you want to join the raffle, $5 to get you in, $365 is the total. And it's gonna be a Christmas gift for the lucky winner, man. I can't let you do it. Cam look bad against all of them. I don't think so. Cause look, I won't say. How could I say this? Like, I don't know. Split decision. I call him the split decision king, right? But that's a winning mentality. You get what I'm saying? I don't think the performances were bad. He didn't blow none of these guys out the water, right? But he just kept finding a way to win. Same shit with Teo, another split decision. He got dropped late after dropping Teo first. He found a way to win. I just got a lot of respect for people that find a way to win. Like, nobody expected him to be here. And damn sure nobody expected him to beat Teo. So I'm always be able to look at him and say, man, you still was the only one to be able to do that to this day. Because Josh Taylor had a chance, Lomachenko had a chance, and they both failed. Kambosos got it all. I got to give him some respect for that. I have to, but he definitely the split decision king. Bay was a gift. Stall him out. Damn, Cal, stall him out. I'm just trying to make my point. He found a way. You know what I mean? He found a way, whether it's making the judges look like he won, you know what I mean? But nah, Maxie Hughes beat him up. He won 2 rounds, LaMarcus. He got beat like 10-2 in that fight. I don't know what the hell but again, Devin Haney started that. The first 12 rounds he lost started with Devin Haney. Then he followed by another 12 rounds. And then by the time you seen him after that, he just looked like a shell of himself. He ain't been looking like the same fighter since them 24 rounds in the down under in Australia. You know what I'm saying? Teo got a couple of gifts too. Do I still got it? Sandor Martin, I believe, phenomenal show. Respectfully, I feel like Sandor Martin did beat him. I think he might have dropped him twice. Didn't get credit for it. And Jermaine Ortiz might have edged him. Jermaine Ortiz and Sandor Martin, I think, was the ones for him. Everybody else he beat. Everybody else, I'm with you, bro. Everybody else, I feel like he beat. Boots about to have another mandatory. Yeah, it's the you know, the winner of Lewis Crocker and Patty Donovan, bro, is going to end up being his mandatory. And this is another reason why, y'all, he got to find something to do. He can't sit there because he could. All bets are off. If you fight Lewis Crocker or Patty Donovan, I'm going to pull my hair out, bro. I'm going to pull hair. I'm going to actually pull hair out my beard. There's no way I want to watch that. I'm telling you. So when you start hearing names like, no disrespect to them guys, but that's not going to do nothing for Boots. They're not champions and nothing. If he end up fighting another mandatory, I'm trying to tell y'all that belt has done more harm than good for his career. It's starting to look like it ain't even worth chasing belts at 47 if he end up in the ring with a Patty Donovan or a Lewis Crocker. Pardon me if I'm messing his name up, y'all, but what was it? Lewis Crooker, something. Him and Donovan, bro. I don't want to see neither one of them fights. That shit just gonna be all bad for him. Shout out to Father Zai. He said Mike Coppinger just said Dev didn't turn on the fight. Shout out to bro, man. Shout out to bro. But it's tough. It's tough, right? It's tough. And
we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
And I respect Mike Coppinger saying that, right? That's cool, but it's like he ain't one of the promoters. And Bob Arum didn't say he turned it down. He just said he felt like he wasn't interested in it. But at the same token, when they asked him which one of the biggest fights for Teo, he said Devin Haney. You get me? So you need to see Karen again. Nah, he do that again, boy. I'm gonna pull my hair out my beard too on that one, bro. We done with Karen, bro. We done. Like, that shit might have sailed, man. You know what's crazy? Karen last 2 losses is to Boots. Like, when Boots beat him the first time around, he went on a little win streak, low key. I don't know if anybody realized that bro went on a win streak and ain't lost until he got back to Boots. His last 2 losses is to Boots. People saying Chris Colbert at 130 would beat Tank. Yeah, they tripping. Yeah, I like Chris Colbert, even at 130, where I feel like that's his best division, but he ain't beating no Tank. And at no point in his career was he going to do that. It would have been a cool fight for as long as it lasted, but he at 130 he engaged too much. Respectfully, he engaged too much to make it out the fight. Like, I already seen what his chin is now. If you would have fought Tank at 130, I don't know if y'all really people don't respect Chris Colbert, but I do. I just knew 135 was too much for him. At 130, he looked like a different fighter until he ran into Hector Garcia. But he was beating some of them dudes up down there. He's beating some ass down there. Chris Colbert was, bro. I'm telling you, he wasn't a bad fighter at all. He looked different now, but hopefully he bounced back. He said that's quoted from D1. What's that? People was yeah. Nah, he ain't beating his ass. Zay was good with it. I want to see Ball versus Tank at 130. He'd punch his little ass out. He lost both Ryo fights. Who lost both Ryo fights? Oh, Chris Colbert. Yeah, Ryo could box though. Ryo ain't no slouch. People started throwing Ryo away because he got caught by De Los Santos. You know what I'm saying? But after dropping him, he just got caught. That shit happens. Like, I would love to see them rematch. I really would. I feel like Ryo got better since losing. I really do. Now, the knockout was the knockout, but that little fake loss to Chris Colbert, I feel like he got better since then. Ryo really could fight, though. Jermaine Ortiz definitely outboxed Teo ass. Yeah, had him looking bad. His body language. Every time, right? The body language don't lie, twin. Same thing with Sandor. It's same thing with guys like Canelo. When they know they didn't win a fight, it says it on their face. They face tell you everything. Chris Colbert got in a break. Yeah, he would have got hurt. I ain't gonna lie. It'd have been a cool fight though. But I'm gonna tell you why he would have got knocked out, because he at 130, he really was like, he'd get on the front foot. Chris Colbert to get on the front foot on 130 and try to stop you. I've seen him do it and actually stop people. I've seen him beat guys up at 130. I've seen it. Like, that dude, and they'll say he can't punch, man. I beat bullshit. He kicking ass at 30. I'm trying to tell you. That dude was kicking ass at 130. Ryo's one of my favorite fighters. Eben said Teo most accomplished. That's why Boots should entertain fighting him. Only person saying Cobra could be Tank was Cobra. That's crazy. My mic chopping. Hold on, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel if you haven't. Let me see if I can fix this. I don't know why I was doing that, but give me a second, y'all. All right, I'm back, y'all. Hopefully that fixed the issue. I hope it did. I hope it did. Y'all smash the like button for me, though. Jermaine, a dangerous fight for anybody at 140 because he can fight. He really could fight. Jermaine Ortiz could box and move. But he got the kind of style that people say they hate, right? They don't like the way Jermaine Ortiz, he said it stopped already. All right, bet. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. I hate staticky mics, man. So hopefully I'm back. I'm back, Crystal. I'm back, Crystal. Y'all. Is we Crystal? But yeah, man. Shout out to Haney, man. I just don't know what exactly his goal, his plan's gonna be. But like I said, man, I don't got the ins and outs of what's going on behind the scenes, but it only makes sense. You heard Eddie Hearn said he'd be willing to work with him. You got a Eddie Hearn fighter actively calling him out. They're in the same division. That'd be a good a chess match for him, a shake back fight if he don't want to take no tune up and no light touch. You know what I'm saying? That's a good fight. Bronze Man said, I know this is random, but Lloyd Banks got a new song with Redman and Tony Ayo. Hey man, I don't know if you know me or not, Bronze Man, but Banks is my guy. It's always been. That's definitely my hands down favorite rapper. So I don't know if you probably ain't even know that, but it's all good because Banks is my guy. And I think I seen the video you talking about. I didn't watch it yet. He got a new mixtape he came out with not too long ago too, recently. Go check it out. Jermaine got work twice. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He was on Loma helmet too. PLK, that's my guy right there. I think I seen Lloyd Banks. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Showbiz because I seen Lloyd Banks in Showbiz chat before. I was like, that's different. Yeah, I don't know how the hell you pulled that one off, but I thought that was dope. I was hating most about Boots' decision to remain at 47. Hey, look, back to that though. Let's take this off. Shout out to Dead, man. Look, he got some options. I don't know how strong them options are, but like I said, I think Hitchens is a real fight. I do. I think it's a good fight for him. He called him box dog too. Casual fool, man. You ain't right. You old ninjas on the song. Don't do my guy like that. Banks, my guy. I already know. You told me my old pay. Okay. Shout out to my guy, man. Bronze Man. He said hacker is a dog to the clan. I'm done with y'all, bro. I'm done. Said, just do you listen to Lil Dev from Jersey City? I think I heard him on some stuff with Sue Surf. I think that's who you talking about, Lil Dev. Lil Dev. I almost thought you was talking about Dev Haney. It's crazy they out here. Who keep making these AI pictures, yo? That's what I want to know. I'm good. I miss my brother. Shout out to Barbara D, man. I'm glad to hear that you're good. Shout out to Big Dre, man. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, bro. I know what you're talking about. But let's keep rolling, man. Something else I wanted to talk about with y'all while I got y'all here. Just the raffle. Oh, okay. The raffle at least 385 just entered for the special. So anybody that's interested in the raffle, it is up to 385. $5 will win you 385, man. Man, y'all been grinding that out. Shout out to everybody that's participating too. Yeah, the AI is outrageous, bro. AI is crazy, bro. They won't chill. But this is the thing, because y'all know I'm a fair guy. Devin Haney getting a lot of grief and pushback for the suing. But like I said, Ryan counter suing. But I think I can understand why they would, grill Haney more, because it seems like he's suing because he got beat up. But I think if he would have never got cheated, they would have never been in the court system. They would have never been in a courtroom. It would have never been no legal situation. So I'm a little bit different when it comes to this situation than most people. I feel like One of the main reasons that they are in court is because it was foul play involved. It was Osterine. Had there been no Osterine present, I'm not saying whether it impacted or not, but if that wasn't the case, I think he would have just took his L and kept it moving. I do. I think the very minute that he heard it was like foul play or, you know, an unfair advantage at all, or an inkling or a billionth of a gram of anything, he was like, nah. He was like, nah, nah. And look, I want to do this because y'all know I keep it a buck. Crush the Legend, my guy. Look, y'all. I'm not saying suing is cool or that was the appropriate course of action. To each his own. I will hope to never be in a situation where somebody punched me with Osterine of any kind. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, look at how it's impacted his career now. People think he mentally cooked. He done. They say he don't physically look the same. Some people complaining about, are they critiquing the workouts? You get what I'm saying? He clearly having issues getting the money that he was getting. None of this was the case before Ryan Garcia. It's not completely tripping. That's why I think some of the money issues is coming up too, because it's like, bro, this dude really affected everything I had going on. What was Devin Haney, 30-0 before he got to this idiot? You got to think he was beating ass. I think his pride and ego is hurt from what happened with this guy, and the fact that he sacrificed everything to make 140, and it's hard for him to make, but he pissed over in the weight. I know he paid for it or whatever the case, but then it's like, yo, you had that advantage, and then you come in with Osterine in your system and don't take no accountability. I'm not saying suing is cool, but I'm telling you, I think it's deeper. It's not just him losing. I think it's more so to do with the fact that while he lost, it was Osterine present in somebody's system. That is never going to sit well with him as a fighter. If I talk to him, that's the only question I would want to ask. Like, what is it that made you feel like you just had to sue him? Like, I'm telling you, he affected. You can't tell me his market value don't look like it taking a hit. You hearing people keep saying he's not going to get the money he want. That was never the case or a debate before he ran into this idiot right here. This fool. So, like, that is where I level with him. You affected everything that is Devin Haney and what he had going on. The dude had a whole brand. And had it not been for Osterine, I don't think he would have ever sued you. I think he would have just took his L and moved on. You got to think, it was a grace period, and when he lost and he just had to accept it, and then boom, it came out, oh, he failed the drug test. And the next thing you know, he got sued. So I don't know who's giving him all the advice and telling him to do it, but I just think that's what it was, bro. I think if it wasn't for the fact that it was Osterine in his system, bro, I think he would have been cool on it. You know what I'm saying? I think he would have been cool on it. Shout out to my boxing mom, Barbara D, in the Cash App, always supporting the grind. I appreciate it.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to my boxing mom. Appreciate you as always. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel if y'all haven't. Say, yo, I Devin looked strong when he was younger. Possibly because he wasn't killing himself to make whatever weight that he was at when he was younger, bronze man. Now, like what you're saying is you don't know if you even seeing the strongest version of him, right? Because he depleting himself, I think, so much before he get on the scale. And that's just my real assessment of it. But I think the kid is a lot stronger than people give him credit for. He's just not a puncher, bro. And that's just not something he gonna be. But there's no way he get up from them left hooks and right hands getting hit. There's no way he is sustain all that punishment without being strong, whether that's mentally and physically and being in shape. You don't get up from them type of knockdowns if you ain't strong. I'm telling you, yo, I just get to do a lot more credit than people do, yo. The dude, he ain't soft to me. I know how the lawsuit shit look. I'm just talking about in the ring. I ain't talking about that lawsuit shit. In the ring, nah. He ran into a guy that had his number on the night. The flaws that Devin had, Ryan was able to take advantage of him. But at no point in the fight did he quit, and he gonna always have my respect for that. And I don't know nobody else that was getting cracked with Ryan left hands and right hands through the course of 12 rounds and even made it to 12 rounds. If that was anybody else, that's what people don't say. And I get it. It sounds like I'm stalling them out, but I'm a real boxing fan. If that was anybody else, Ryan would have probably knocked him out. Tell him I get that dude a lot of credit. And I'm saying this, and I'm never changing my mind on this. If it's anybody that I want to see get back, it's Earl Spence. I want him to prove some people wrong. And just for the people that unnecessarily, that got like a disdain for Devin Haney and it's not a good reason for it, I want to see him bounce back, and I'd love to see him beat Ryan up. That's why I stand on that. And why I say that, because he was the one that had Osterine. I don't even care no more how it got there. He was clean. He made the weight. You pissed off, and then you took supplements and you wild out. So yeah, I want to see him get his lick back because of that. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Gray, what it do, my guy? Taking a hit because he's dropping belts. It's a combination of things, though. But look, hey, Cal, all of that happened when, Cal? After what happened? What took place when that started to take shape? The fight with Ryan Garcia. The fight with Ryan Garcia. That's why I think that's a big part of why I think he's getting sued. I think Osterine made him feel cool with saying, look, I can sue this dude. And he can fight Hackett. They will give him 80-20. And his dad said they shouldn't fight him because he only got 9 fights, 10 fights, or whatever he was saying. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all make sure y'all still hitting that like button for me, man. Talib, what it do, family? What's good with it, fam? How you feeling? What's good, fam? You said chilling, just listening. Good. I appreciate you, Browns, man. Much love, Brody. Sad game. So much respect. Watch him take them punches and keep picking himself up. Nah, I did. Real talk. I mean, it's a flip side to it. I just think the negative side, though, is the fact that it's taking him so long to get back in there, right? And then the longer that he sits on the sidelines, it gives people time for their imaginations to run wild and to wander and to just, speculate. But look, I like the workouts that he's been putting in the gym. I want to see him get back in there. And this is Ryan, too. So it ain't just Deb. Ryan and his ass suing. He's suing. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I meant to bring up yesterday, and I didn't. Did y'all see this? Did y'all see the the smoke and mirrors of Ryan Garcia? Yo, Bill Haney listed every issue, every disturbance. I don't know how you want to call this. This man got a list of everything Ryan been doing since January all the way down to December. This shit is hilarious, bro. Hey, yo, Bill. Yo, Bill Haney is crazy, bro. This shit is hilarious, bro. This man is wild. He got everything that Ryan done did from January all the way to December, bro. Is crazy. Like, he reminded me of some shit. He put me on to some stuff I ain't even know. They out here, they calling Bill 12 now and everything, bro. I thought this was hilarious. Bill Haney is petty as hell, and it's funny. I'm not gonna lie. I never had a personal with him. I don't hate him. I don't dislike him. I think I see what his positioning is. I get it a little bit, but bro, that shit is hilarious, bro. Hilarious, man. Hilarious, bro. Where is it at? Let me read this for y'all, bro. This dude is a nutcase. And update, y'all. The raffle is now up to $385. $5 will get you an opportunity and a chance to win that $385. And the winner will be announced December 21st. That is Saturday. He said Bill Haney is a confidential informant. It's police work. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie, yo. I brought this up yesterday, but I didn't go through it. I kind of went over it. And I was over there watching somebody else. And they just got me to thinking about how funny this actually was, bro. In January, he got announced divorce from Andrea Selena, accused of breaking into her home. Yo, March, shared personal trauma involving a family member. Yo, they talking about the tweets when he was talking about his mom. April, threatened to sue Devin Haney. Damn, they got a threat. Yo. Yo, if y'all don't think Bill Haney just a little bit funny, y'all might just don't like the man, yo. He a funny dude, yo. Yo, what? Oh, yo, hold on, y'all. He said in April, threatened to sue Devin Haney, identified as a woman. He talking about his tweets, bro. He talking about his tweets, y'all. Oh man, bro. He talking about his tweets, yo. Said Agent Bill, Detective Bill is crazy, yo. Y'all wild, bro. Oh my God, yo. He said he identified as a woman, came in 3 pounds heavier than Devin. Said, why would I come in on a weight to a disadvantage? What the? Yo, man, I'm telling y'all, man. If y'all not laughing at this, y'all looking at it wrong. Yo, GM said 5-0 in the streets. Oh man, I ain't messing with y'all. My ribs hurting, man. Y'all crazy. Nah, bro, but he listed his tweets. Bro, that's a tweet when he said something about identifying as a woman. Bro, that was just April, y'all. Then we got May. Allegations of an $8 million poker debt surfaced. Damn, he been thinking. Oh man. Yo, he been doing intelligence work on Ryan, bro. This is real cop work, though. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bill funny as hell. And I was watching the chat yesterday, and I think Bill was in it while the content creator was talking about this. And he was making fun of it. That's why I say, man, he's entertainment. That dude he's a funny guy, bro. Just the personal stuff, I don't get into that. But when he like trolling, like this is like trolling to me. Like I know they saying police stuff, but it's nobody going to jail. But I get it. He said Bill Tekashi 6'9". Y'all crazy. He talking about that man poker days. June arrested for $15K in hotel vandalism damages. Andrea obtained a restraining order. July expelled from the WBC after offensive remarks. Sparked backlash and removal. Skip professional help. Damn. August tested positive for banned substance. 1 year suspension. September restraining order dissolved. $23K a month in support. Sued by Devin Haney for fraud. Wow, this shit is amazing, bro. October, threatened with a lawsuit by Oscar De La Hoya. November, planned exhibition fight in Japan, later canceled. December, Ryan files a $7.5 million lawsuit against Bill Haney. My goodness, bro. Oh my goodness, my ribs hurt, yo. I ain't messing with y'all, bro. Bill is hilarious. This is funny, man. Through all of the jokes, I always bring it back to the boxing, y'all. Because I don't tear down the fighters. I'm really big on that. All this stuff is cool. It's good entertainment. It's content for me. I'm going to allow it to be exactly that. Devin Haney, Big Supreme, what it do, my guy? He said, Supreme Alishi. Oh, my God, yo. Y'all crazy, man. Bill, a.k.a. Caesar on belly. Man, he really embracing people calling the police, I guess. Nah, I just look at it as that's like his version of trolling, bro. And he said, this ain't trolling, this telling. Nah, I get it. But look, I get that. But I'm really like, all jokes aside, all seriousness, why I wouldn't say is that because it really is public information. Now, look, when you put it together like this, it don't look right. It do look like, shout out to Boxing Eagle, it do look like paperwork. It do look like paperwork. I ain't gonna lie. But it's still public knowledge, right? And ain't nobody about to get in further trouble. I'm big on that aspect. That also has to be a possibility for it to really be police shit. But aside from that, I get what y'all saying, though. It's like this police work. You done dug up this man background, everything he did, his tweets, and then you put it all together in one document. So it look wild. I get it. It's not something I would do, but I definitely, all jokes aside, I do look at this as trolling. I do. I swear I do. Because it's nothing that's going to get Ryan in no actual trouble. That shit matters. Like people that say police stuff, well, the police got to actually be to get involved, and you got to be at risk of getting in trouble for it to really be that. But for me, it just it's trolling, bro. It's trolling. It's trolling, bro. Like if Bill, like, all right, if that was the real Bill last night, which I think it was, he said he's a content creator now. He said he ain't in the streets no more. He said he a content creator, bro. He said all of this was public knowledge. He kept commenting last night. I was watching it for a while. That shit was funny, man. This Devin can't do nothing. Oh, no. Oh, let's get to it, though. Let's bring it back to the boxing, though. Cal 007, what's good with it, fam? Moves like this, though, do allow the fans' imaginations, like I said, to escape and run wild. And when you do this, this is counterproductive, right? Because look, check this out. I know the Osterring was present, but the crime happened in the ring. You fighting it in the court system. And then you putting up posts like this that highlight everything a man has done, and it holds you in a funny light. You were spearheading the lawsuit and saying, yo, this the Devin Haney era. Like you literally being so vocal and being a mouthpiece, I think has kind of put you in a certain light in the viewing public. I'm still rocking with them. Right. Not the personal shit. I want to be clear. Like in terms of father and son doing well and Devin getting back in the mix as a fighter, I want to see that. But this type of shit makes it harder. Is like it makes the fight more of a fight. Like you got to fight before you even get back to the ring. If y'all understand what I'm saying. And your last fight ended badly with Ryan Garcia. So now you kind of trying to win the people over. You get what I'm saying? It seems like you got to convince people that you still him. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lie. It's going to be a tough road, but I'm telling you, I love a good bounce back story, and I hope the man bounced back. But the longer time that he spent out the ring, the more time it gives for shit like this to happen. You get what I'm saying? You don't really need this. So you're going to have to make up his mind, man. You're going to have to make up his mind. You're going to have to make up his mind. He's gonna have to make up his mind. He really is. Busy, my guy. Phenomenal said, just like he hired Conte to detect other fighter cycles. Come on, yeah. I mean, that shit too, though. Phenomenal. That's never gonna look good. It's never gonna look good. Anybody that got a relationship with that guy that's been proven to just be untrustworthy, and the only reason he's in boxing is because boxing is like the wild, wild west. It's never gonna be a good look. But like I said, the more time that he spent out the ring, it gives people more time to just to speculate on what's wrong with him and what mistakes he made. So he got to get back in there. He got to get back in there. Got to get back in that mix, bro. Now, Bill posted this. Aisha Bill had posted this. And shout out to Boxing Ego. I was watching his stream last night, and he was talking about this same little post. And Bill Haney was actually in the chat responding. Like I think it was really him, because he wasn't just responding like a troll. He was like, whatever Ego said, he was saying something back. Like, I'm a content creator now, sir. This is public knowledge. It was sounding like it was him. It seemed like it was his picture in there and everything. So I thought it was really him, but they ended up blocking him. I don't know why. You can't block Bill in the chat. You gotta let him rock out, because he wasn't even being disrespectful. He ain't even say nothing crazy. That's why I was like, why did you block? Why block him? Don't block him. Shout out to my guy, Busy. Tunnel Vision said, waiting for the breaking news. Haney versus Broner and BLK Prime announcement. Damn. It ain't funny because he's supposed to be a hella 5 screening. I get you, GM. That's why if y'all listening to what I'm saying, I'm always going to try to give somebody the benefit of doubt to a degree. Or I'm going to always try to look at the other side of it. Not so much give them the benefit of doubt. There's always a flip side or another way to look at something. A lot of the statements and the energy that he put out is not transparent with this shit right here. Like, it don't make sense, right? That came up too. That people were saying that last night. Like, how you a street ninja, but you doing police stuff. So I get it. But again, as long as he's on the sideline and his dad has the time to do stuff like this, then people has the time to speculate on everything that is wrong with Devin Haney and when and how long it's going to take for him to get back and whether or not they feel like he done and X, Y, and Z. So I just wanted to get back to boxing, but I ain't going to lie. This is funny. And why I say I could laugh at this shit, because ain't nobody going to jail. Like this was wild. I wonder who put this together for him, because I don't think he did it himself. Obsession Cologne. Told you Bill Haney got that Charleston White vibes. Yeah. Shout out to Dub J, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button, man. We're gonna keep rolling, man. So we're gonna change gears for a little bit. Just wanted to try to give Haney his just due, man. You know, he got to get back in the ring. I think the sooner the better for him. So let's see who he decides to try to get in there with. Real quick pit stop, man. What y'all think about Lucas Body, man? He eyeing a fight with Tank, man. Lucas Body say he want that Tank smoke, bro. And he ain't going nowhere without it, too. Said he want that Tank smoke. Boy, Tank will punch his ass out of the ring. And I mean that. You thought Ashton Seal was beating you up? H2O was putting hands on you, bro. Tank got that hitter. He putting you out. He putting your ass out. You talking about the credentials? The credentials a couple times, Bronze man. I did a couple times. Yeah, this Lucas Body. Aisha, remember he fought the guy H2O, Ashton Seal, and Ashton Seal was beating him every round and got caught with a punch and got knocked out pretty bad. He had a knockout that was like a knockout of the year type candidate to me. That knockout was disgusting. But Lucas Body was getting his ass whooped, and I'm not completely sold that, it just looked like, I don't want to call it luck. He took advantage of the mistake that Ashton Seal made at that moment. He kept his chin up. He kept his head on the line a little too long, got a little too laxed in there, and he paid for it. But other than that, that was one of the best performances that I've seen from a young fighter. Ashton Seal, matter of fact, there's not too many fighters that I could say I've seen get knocked out that bad that I'm still feeling like they're going to be all right when they come back, and I want to see him when he get back. That kid really can fight, bro. Very entertaining, very skillful young man, yo. Y'all got to check him out. I know he got knocked out bad, but go look at him. That kid can fight. He said, nah, you don't. Charleston White, smart. You watch his last fight? Yeah, he probably didn't. And his last fight wasn't good. Everybody do, though, Cal. They all want that payday. That's why they be saying it. They know who gonna bring them the money. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say if you at 135, and yeah, Ashton Seal. I was thinking it's Sylvie. I was pronouncing it Sylvie, but I think I was pronouncing it wrong. I think it's Ashton Seal. Y'all know I was supposed to have him up here, right? His pops, I reached out to his pops. I think his dad is his manager or something like that. And his dad gave me his number to reach out to him and get an interview, but I never materialized. I was trying to, and that was before he fought him and got knocked out. I was trying to interview him because I like Ashton Seal. That kid could fight. Lucas Body lost his last fight to the Italian. It looked like it, right? He won. He did get the nod, right? He got the decision, I believe. He did get the decision. Ashton beat Schofield. Me too. Not to try to question injuries, bro, because I try not to be that guy supreme. But remember, the reason that they didn't fight Ashton Seal is because they sustained some type of rib injury. Something like that. I was always wondered, like, man, I would have loved to see that fight, but from what I seen, Supreme, that skill set, yeah, Schofield would have had to knock him out. He would have had to, because he wouldn't have outboxed him. Skill for skill, no, he wouldn't have outboxed Ashton Seal. Really can fight. That was a damn good fight. Shout out to my baby girl, the Queen Miss Just Do in the building. Then Tank said he wanted Ryan and Teo in his last two fights. He did mention thoughts about fighting him. I know he said he wanted to slap Teo too, but he did mention it. I think Ryan could potentially end up being another money fight. You know what I'm saying? But real quick, before we do, we're gonna rock on for a little bit longer. We ain't going nowhere just yet, y'all. Let's keep going. Let's keep rolling, man. Something else I wanted to talk about because we had to talk about this. I keep seeing this conversation, right? I keep seeing this conversation come up. And although I understand matchups and how when you was talented or as complete as a fighter as Tank Davis has shown us to be in 30 fights, 4 weight classes, I know that there's guys at 140 that people want to see him match up with because they'll just make good fights. I know that. I get it. But at what point do we acknowledge what the fighter is telling you and stop asking for something that's less likely to happen based on what the fighter is telling you? So what I'm getting at is, miss me with all that shit where he got to move up to 140 to prove he great. To prove he great to who? some average Joes that can't box, that can't do half the shit he do in the ring. You telling me that he got to move to 140 for them, for those people, for the ones that complain no matter who he fight? So he got to go do what they say? Since when was it ever in the best interest of a fighter to do what the people that don't really even support him say do? What sense do that make? He don't got to move to 140 to be great, to prove he great to who? If that man want to stay there and be at 135 after starting at 126, being at 140, and I'm about to play the clip, and he told people exactly why he really ain't rocking with 140. You either could accept it or don't, but to keep, you know, like it, I get you can want it, you can ask for it, I understand it, but to try to make it seem like he has to do this to prove this to me at home that he's great or he's not great, that's bullshit. To continue to get in there and perform at a high level and beat whoever they put in front of you is a certain level of greatness that gets overlooked because it don't come with this certain name that you want attached to that, to said fighter. But it still don't dismiss the actual work being put in. So I just keep seeing it on Twitter. I see people making posts about it, whether it's on, you know, Facebook, you see it. You know, Tank need to go to 140. You got it on X and or Twitter, whichever one you want to call it. He need to move to 140. He did it for Barrios. Why he can't do it for this? Blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear it. And they listen. People ask the question, well, why? Why don't he do this? Well, I'm about to tell y'all why. Or better yet, Tank is about to tell y'all why. Tim Layton, shout out to my guy. Yeah, man. And I wouldn't be mad at him for wanting to take that fight because of what did it do for him. But look, this isn't Tank's own words. This is what Tank had to say. For all the people that ask questions and don't really listen to the answer when somebody give you an answer because it's not what you want, I don't have selective hearing. I heard Tank the first time when they asked him, and I heard him when he said it this time. But let me jog y'all memories for anybody that keep, he got to go to 140 or he's not great. You know, nah, I ain't trying to hear that shit, but here we go.
When you first moved up to 140, did it feel like really different? How different did it feel when you first moved up to 140?
It felt like, I don't know, it just felt like, as far as like in the pros and things like that, like as far as like the punching and like the gloves are small anyway, so every punch you feel, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like it was a little too heavy for me, and it made me slow down, like, because I had to be at a certain weight that I'm not used to being at, you know, and I was like training at that weight, so I feel like it slowed me down. Like even now, bro, I be like, the highest I probably get is like 47 or like 50 at the most. Like I really walk around like 43.
So again, I don't want to hear the shit about the time where he was undisciplined with his weight, blowing up in weight. I want to talk about what he been showing you consistently. So all them people that keep saying he 160, Tank be 170, he be 180. No, he just told you 147, the most I be 150, and the dude is making 130. What would he weigh in at? 132, 133 or something like that? Get out of here. He's not a big guy. He did that shit just because that should have showed y'all how good of a fighter he was to a degree going up there to do that. He's just not a big guy. He's not a 40 pounder. How many 5'5", 40 pounders you got up there? How many? And that are actually top guys. That's a small ass dude, man. That's all I'm saying. And he showed you with him staying disciplined to his craft and not allowing himself to blow up, that he's actually a small guy. Anybody talking that 1.8, I don't want to hear that shit. I know he was undisciplined once upon a time. He been corrected that. Anybody that's standing 5'5" and that's at 180 is obviously not at their real weight. That's some shit. That's undisciplined. That's you just eating and enjoying life, bro. Enjoying life, simple. On point, the focus tank that we've been getting, that dude don't walk around heavy at all. It is never the bigger man on fight night. Rarely is that ever the case. Who was the only one he was definitively bigger than? Pitbull? Come on, man. He either be like the same size height-wise, but size-wise, it's just not a big guy. Yeah, they say that Big Supreme, they said he stepped on the scale at some training camp and he was like 170 and change. They boosted it up to 180. It was Kid Austin and his pops. But even if that's the case, I can acknowledge that, right, Supreme? But at the end of the day, you know that's not a disciplined guy. You know that's not a guy on the top of his game. Him on the top of his game, that's where his weight is at. Did you see the photo shoot? The dude small as hell. He looked like he could fight tomorrow. J Bean, what it do? Pitbull, right. Right. Yeah, he said 140, 147, 150, he said is the heaviest. He said even now. So shout out to my baby girl, the queen, putting the color in the chat. Just wanted you to reach your goal. Love you, baby. Love you back, baby girl. Appreciate the support as always, man. Shout out to everybody rocking with your boy. We're gonna rock out for a few more minutes. We got something else to chop it up.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Facts. That's an overweight person, and we know that's what he would have been, like for sure overweight. Gertz, what it do? Comes from some of his fans be saying knocking out heavyweights. You know what? Chino, what's good with it, fam? I'll say this, Gertz, because I like to put things in context and put people's mind at ease. When you say he knock out heavyweights, you can't just like throw it out. It's a broad statement. He's knocked out guys that's been heavy, like in that weight class. But again, put it in its proper context. When you say heavyweights, we're not talking like Jared Anderson and Wilder or whoever else you think, Anthony Joshua. We're not talking about that, but we talking about people that's in that weight limit and probably he's sparring a heavy ass guy that's a heavyweight. You get what I'm saying? And knocking those guys out. But again, it's the level of skill of that guy that he's knocking out. And it's still not a bad thing because at the end of the day, if you can knock out a heavyweight, you can knock out a heavyweight. Your punching power is real, trained or not. Like big guy's a big guy. You still a little dude knocking out some big guys. So you just got to put it in its proper context, right? People, they just leave it too, like they make too broad of a statement. They say, oh, he be knocking out heavyweights. And when you hear that, you like, what? Like he ain't fighting no heavyweights, bro. And then we don't mean like these world-class heavyweights that's beating ass. Like we not talking about them, but I've heard it from multiple sources outside of his team that said they've been, privy to seeing him knock out much bigger guys. I don't want to put a weight exactly on it, but they say he knocks out much bigger guys. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I could believe it, Gertz. I could believe it. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you exactly why. We had a situation on the street, right? On the street. And we was teenagers. You know what I mean? And he had this issue with a dude that was like 26. He had us about 10 years. This dude looked like he just got fresh out of jail doing a 10-year big ass dude, outweighed all of us. You get what I'm saying? And he got his ass stretched by somebody that don't box, that don't train, that don't do this shit for a living. So all I'm saying is, if you are Tank Davis, this is what you do. You've been doing this shit since 6. You in there with somebody that don't do what you do and ain't on your level, hell yeah, you can knock him out and hurt him. I seen all time. Y'all ain't never see a small guy knock a big guy out in real life. Y'all ain't never seen that. Y'all ain't never see a skinny guy like Jusdueboxing knock out a guy that look like he eat the weights in the gym. I've seen that before. So what I'm saying is, if I can see an untrained guy do that in real life to some big ass guy, muscle band, imagine a guy that's not in the best of shape, that don't really box, in there with a Tank Davis. You get what I'm trying to say? He gonna hurt him. He could hurt him. He could definitely knock him out. He definitely could. And it's not just the punch alone. It's the technique. It's a multitude of things. So do I think he just running around knocking out heavyweights? No, but I do think it's been times he's been in the ring with guys that have been significantly bigger than him that he's put on the ground. I don't think they making that up. They don't get nothing out of making that up. They don't make, you know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen no Jusdueboxing size guy knock out a muscle bound guy, sleep him. Man, I seen it. And dudes don't box. Like, just imagine somebody that do this shit for a living, training and doing it. Like, hell yeah, you can knock. And with gloves on, hell yeah, you can knock a guy out that ain't used to being punched in his face. Hell yeah, you can be knocked out cold. So that's all. And I get you. I understand the reservations, but I don't believe you just run around getting in there with heavyweights to fight, Joe Quinn, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? You seen it too, Barbara? Did you get what I'm saying? You've seen it before. So I'm with y'all, though. I don't think he just run around knocking out any heavyweight, right? Yeah, facts. But that's what it is. Like, I'll say this too. I remember Sugar Ray Leonard had put out a post like some years ago about Tank, and when he finally got a chance to watch him in the gym, and he had stated he don't remember the last time that he could remember a fighter getting that many knockouts in sparring. Like he was like, Tank is just phenomenal. He's like, he don't remember the last time he could remember somebody knocking guys out that bad, that often in sparring. And that's coming from, Sugar Ray Leonard. I don't think he have a reason to say some shit like that. That's not true. So I just think that dude got some crazy gym stories. That's all. I do. I think he got some crazy gym stories, and I think a lot of them end with him beating ass and hurting guys and beating the hell out of people. Height don't fight, but reach can teach. You're damn right. You're damn right. But let's keep rolling, man. So that was Tank. That was for the people that keep talking about 140. Look, I understand that's not going to stop people from asking, but I hope that at least makes people understand what he said. At what point do you listen to the fighter? He said it was a little too heavy for me. I felt like I was slower. It slowed me down. I ain't no 40-pounder, basically. Yo, I'm going to stay right here at 35. I'm going to beat ass. If he decide to go to 140, that'd be a bonus. But I'm not tripping if he don't. I'm just not. Fight where you want to fight. Just make the fights that people want to see in whatever weight class you campaign in, and that's all I can ask for. Facts, Cash. That's the point I'm making. Some guys, they'd be big, they can't fight. But, imagine a guy that is big and can't fight versus a guy that's small but really can fight with punching power. That's a knockout waiting to happen. You get me? You see it all the time. Remember that video of the old man beating up the young man with the ponytail? Remember they was sparring and he chipped the young man? Shit like that happens. Like people get their ass beat when you ain't on point. And most people would have looked at that and be like, yo, why you even boxing that old? Why you about to spar that old dude? Till you seen that old dude had them hands. He had them damn hands. He started laying hands on buddy. Nah, I don't think Tank draining himself. I think Tank, Joe Quinn, I think Tank is right where he need to be. I think Tank is where he need to be, and I think any fighter that fight him from here on out and they holler drink, they need to take their ass up to the next weight class. You know what I'm saying? You want to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, please make 135-pound weight limit and fight that man rehydration clause free so you can take your nap like a grown man in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Now let's keep rolling, man. That's him giving his breakdown as to why he ain't rocking with 140. Now let's just keep moving because this last few minutes when we giving Tank his just due and we shooting down these narratives. Again, they were saying it yesterday. I'm tired of hearing about Lomachenko. 7 years ago, they could have fought this many years ago. Loma was calling him out. Loma this, Loma that. I'm about to play a clip, and y'all listen to this clip for me. And if y'all think that this means that he wants to fight somebody, this is mind-blowing. Like, listen to this shit.
Davis is the new champion at 130. Would you want to fight him next if it came up?
I don't know. For me, he is not interesting because for what? For what? Money?
Big money?
Do you want me to throw out the video?
No, that happened yesterday. I gotta do it again.
I can fight with him for free. I can fight for. Why he can't fight with me when I stay in the 130? Why? Why then I was a 130 champion, WBO champion. He has a IBF title. Why in that moment he can't fight with me? Now when I move up at 135, now he wants to fight with me, and I read he want to fight only on pay-per-view. Hey, what are you talking about? You never has a main event. You fight only co-main event. What are you talking about?
What pay-per-view is that gonna be?
Pay-per-view you're talking about? Hey.
What do you make of his promoter wanting him to fight Gervonta? You to fight Gervonta? Floyd.
Hey, you know me. You know my legacy. I never scare. I never. I know nobody scare. I can fight anybody. But I need. If he has a title, I wait. But he has a title 130. I don't want to fight 135 and stay 145. He can move up 135, take a title, and after that I can fight with him.
So you see what he said? He didn't keep the same energy because he said he can go up to one. I don't want to fight him at 130. He come up to 135. He win a title, then I fight him. Sounds like you didn't keep the same energy, buddy. But I'm gonna stall him out a little bit. Nothing in that entire clip made me feel like he wanted to fight him. Why we couldn't fight me at 130? Shut up. He asking to fight you now. You don't just get to fight you now. He want to fight now. That period. Shut up. You got a title. He want to fight. You said when he got a title, you'll fight him. And then you get there and it's like, no fight. Nah. He just said the man not interested. That'd have been your biggest fight. What you mean he not interested? What do you mean? What the hell is he talking about? He didn't want that fight back then. He just sat there and said it. And he literally just told y'all if Tank won a title at 135, he'd fight him. Said, y'all know me. I'm not scared of nobody. I fight anybody. He go to 35. He win title. I fight him. No, he got a title and you got one. And coming off a knockout win, and you dominated, and you chose not to fight him. I'm not gonna say I get it, Banks. The only reason I'm a bear with him because I'm a realist, y'all. Look, I'm coming from this standpoint. Two things: the statements that Tank made, and the fact that he ain't decided to call Loma scary, a duck, a chicken, all that stuff. He kind of leveled with him. That's one. All the wear and tear, all the stuff they put their bodies through. Tank talking about retiring. He younger than Loma, right? He younger than Loma. He got more fights, but he younger than Loma. Loma been in the Olympics too damn long, if you ask me. Very successful, one of the best amateurs, but he stayed too long. So when I look at Loma, it's the wear and tear. When you hear him, he got kids. When you see how many times that they sacrifice in these training camps and they be away from their kids and their family, then you hear about the war going on. I look at it and I'm like, that I get it. The timing couldn't be worse. It could not be worse. But again, y'all, they didn't say he was retiring yet. So I think it's some hope that they still can fight. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see. Because they ain't say he retiring yet. They say he wasn't fighting for the rest of this year. So gotta wait and see. So I'm not trying to shit on the dude or give him an out. I listened to the fighter. Tank was like, man, you see how me and Loma was supposed to fight. And he was like, I just feel as though he wasn't in the mood. He said that, and then, feel like our people don't know what we put our bodies through. He probably break your body, probably tired. Like, so I just feel like he was a little long in the tooth. And that's a real decision. I feel like if you coming off a fight where you didn't even know if you was still going to fight, you won the title, and then that they asked you to run it, go in there and fight again. He wanted to take the rest of the year off. If he comes back and he fights Tank, or if he retires, I'm gonna excuse it to a degree. If he comes back and he fights Raymond Muay some top ranked in-house fight, y'all could go crazy with it. I might even be calling him a duck. But I still want to see. I want to reserve that judgment because I think as fighters, we don't factor in how much they sacrifice away from family. So when I heard what Bob was saying, he talking about his he got kids, bro. He want to be with his kids. I'm strictly coming from a father's point of view. Like I remember you don't see your kid for a day, it feels funny, let alone weeks or a couple months because you've been training and fighting. And then you live way in the Ukraine and it's a war. Like, I'm not trying to give him an out. I'm just being real. I'm being a real person, a human person. Like, I get it. The timing is bad. But I never looked at Loma as a guy that was scared to fight. So I won't say that because I don't believe that to be true. I do believe he wanted time off. Y'all must have forgot. He was thinking about calling it a wrap after the Devin Haney loss. This was way before Tank was the option. He was talking like that. He said his father had convinced him to go ahead and let's do this again. We could win another title. So they took the Kambosos fight. They felt like it was one they could win, which they obviously did. You get what I'm saying? But even then, he already was undecided. So I think asking him to fight a guy like Tank, I do think he considered it like, damn, probably didn't expect it, bro. He probably didn't see it coming. He probably like, man, I need a little time off, man. Let me enjoy my family. And if that's exactly what he do, and he comes back the first part of next year and entertains a fight with Tank, you know what I mean? It's all good. But if he comes back, fights anybody else, call him Donald, Daffy, Huey, Dewey, Louie, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Howard the Duck, like you can call him any duck you want. But I'm a still hold, I'm gonna reserve my judgment. I'm gonna wait to see what happened. I'm gonna wait to see if he actually fights again or if he just call it quits. And again, y'all, I don't know about y'all, but listen to Tank. He could have called him a duck. He didn't do it. He He didn't do it. It sounded like he understood, like, and that's fighter to fighter. He like, bro, I get it. That's basically what he was saying. I understand. Shout out to Boxer Hacker in the super chat, man. He said Loma wanted to unify at 130 because his main goal was to be undisputed. Yeah, so it didn't make sense for him at 135. That's what he was saying in the interview. Listen, man, I don't. Yeah, Darkwing Duck B Dog. Listen, I don't argue a solid point. He did want to be undisputed. He wanted it preferably at 130. That was his preference. 135. Also, like, let's be real. Loma, the same way Tank ain't a 40-pounder. Lomachenko is arguably not even a true 35-pounder. He's arguably fighting a weight class heavier than where he should be. And I think the fights at 35 obviously been tougher for him than in any other division. So I think he was considering and weighing his options. But Boxing Hacker, as well as he did say that, and you are right, he also said, if you win the title at 135, I'll fight you. He did say that too. So just want to throw that out there, but appreciate that support, family, as always, my guy.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
So now we running through it, man. We running through it. And the last thing I wanted to bring up, which I wanted to talk about was Robert Garcia, man. I wanted to show y'all how, from depending on the time of day and who's interviewing them, these coaches, these trainers, these people with these opinions of Tank, that shit change like people change their draws, man. You get me? Robert Garcia just happened to be the latest victim of a guy that switched his energy, or his he had to change a heart when it pertains to Tank Davis, who's the pilot of DuckTales Launchpad. He took flight. Shout out to CJ, man. You taking me back, bro, even more, bro. He said that over 5 years ago. Yeah, no, that's all cool, Boxing Hacker. That's cool. But what he said, what I'm pointing out, what he said is not what he did. He said, if you won a title at 135, I would fight you there. Today's time, he had that opportunity, and he also had a title, and it could have been a unification. He didn't do it. But listen to me clearly. I'm not crucifying him until I see what his next move is. Still won't crucify him, but my criticism going to be different if you come back and fight Raymond Murataya or a top-ranked in-house fight. I'm going to look at him as if he didn't want that fight. And I'm going to look at it. He could have been advised not to take it. Teach was good with it, bro. Shout out to J-Box. Y'all crazy, man. But look, yeah. So let's go to this, man. Let me play these clips from Robert Garcia so y'all can hear the difference in how he was speaking about Tank.
He was great, man. He's an unbelievable guy, man. I think Tank at this point, he's unbeatable at the lightweight division against any of the world champions. I think he's the top guy right now at that division. He had a great performance. You know, he has his timing, his power, accuracy, everything's great, man. He's a perfect fighter.
Did y'all just hear what the hell he just said? I hope y'all heard him clearly. And I rock with Robert. Are you allowed to change your mind, have an opinion? But damn, that the two opinions are like night and day. Did y'all just hear what he said about Tank? He said he's unbeatable. Say he the perfect man. Let me play it again. It's real quick. He said he unbeatable. He the perfect.
He was great, man. He's an unbelievable guy, man. I think Tank at this point, he's unbeatable at the lightweight division against any of the world champions. I think he's the top guy right now at that division. He had a great performance. You know, he has his timing, his power, accuracy, everything's great, man. He's a perfect fighter.
Timing, accuracy, his power, everything. He's great. He's the perfect fighter. Damn, bro. Like, I'll be wondering what happened so fast, though. Well, he went from that, and then he just had a big switch up. I'm like, that would change. Like, what changed that?
Tank doesn't, you know, he's never been in a tough fight. He knows how to pick his opponent.
How are you going to call him a perfect fighter and talk about how he unbeatable and then say he's never been in a tough fight? Well, you just said he was unbeatable a second ago.
Tank doesn't, you know, he's never been in a tough fight. He knows how to pick his opponents. You know, that's one thing that I also, you know, sometimes criticize, because he hasn't given us the fights that we would like to see, the unifications, the challenges to You said that he could easily move up to 140, but he won't. But he doesn't. He did when he saw the right moment against Barrios. That's the time. That's when he did it. He didn't do it against the solid top guy at 140. So they've managed his career a smart way.
He managed his career a smart way. How in the hell are you going to tell me the undefeated Mario Barrios, who actually fought at the weight class he been campaigning at, wasn't a top guy, wasn't one of the guys? They was building him. I don't know if people really remember Mario Barrios' career. Yo, he's being built as a guy that one of them dudes. I remember this specifically. Now, they probably sacrificed in the tank, but hey, what do you mean he went up there at the right time? That was the time Mario Barrios was undefeated, and he was knocking shit out up there too. He was knocking shit out there. I just don't get it. That's a big drastic change. You went from saying that dude is the perfect fighter and unbeatable to saying he don't take challenges and he need to go to 140, but he won't. He only did it when he seen the right time to do it. Like, you can't make this shit up. And it's never personal with me, but it blows me how their assessment of a fighter could be like night and day. Like, what changed from the point where you just called him unbeatable and a perfect fighter to now? Like, he don't take chance. Like, golly, bro. You don't know. And truth be told, y'all don't know if y'all just want to sit there and enjoy his fights and enjoy the ass whoopings that y'all seeing from him or complain. The fact of the matter is, y'all need to get over the fact that we can't dictate these fighters' careers no matter how many pay-per-views we buy. We can't dictate their careers. They do not move their careers based on what we feel like at home. It just don't go that way. And I'm going to keep saying it until people get it. The sooner you realize it, the better off you'll be. That shit that we don't get to control who they fight. We can only choose whether or not it's worth us supporting it. So don't give me that Barrios wasn't a legit threat at 140 and somebody that could have possibly beat him. Shit, he went 11 rounds. He did damn good in that fight. Man, you think Blair got him? Shit, Robert Garcia trip. Yeah, I like Robert, but I mean, he entitled to switch up. But I just wanted to highlight that. Like, that's what that dude is up against. That's what he up against. Nowadays, people don't know if they want to give him his credit because they know how hard it is what he doing despite the guys that ain't fought. Yeah, y'all still know it's hard to keep winning at that level and knocking people out like that. Y'all know that shit ain't easy. Y'all know it. So a part of people just want to be fans and enjoy it. And then the other side of them want to get people's attention by saying he ain't did shit. If Rayo Valenzuela had the same exact career, Virgil Ortiz has done way less than Tank Davis. I bet you he won't say that about his career. He ain't too far from 30. What is he, 27? He ain't too far. He ain't done a whole lot. You get what I'm saying? You won't say that about Virgil. You won't say Virgil never challenged himself. They only had that energy with one guy, and I'm tired of people saying because he make money or he's people's biggest fight that the responsibility just goes on him. No, it goes on all the guys to fight the best in the division. That's all my argument going to be. Yeah, we could demand for him to fight the guys, absolutely, but everybody else too, because he ain't the only one that talk like he the guy. These other guys doing a lot of talking and they doing less work. So I just want to see the fights as they supposed to happen. And McQueen, what it do, my guy? The professor's in the building. He said, which is pretty remarkable when you think about it. Barrios is built for it tough. Absolutely. And still ain't been stopped to this day, Aunt McQueen. Still ain't been stopped to this day. And went up in 47 in his first fight and fought Keith Thurman and still went the distance. Got beat up, but he went the distance. They just don't like the kid, man. Y'all think because y'all bought a couple pay-per-views, you get to tell him who he could fight. It don't work like that. It don't. No, every time that you bought one of his pay-per-views, you had a choice. He ain't forcing you. So shout out to Keyshawn, but all that when he was saying he lying to the fans, he ain't lying to shit. They asked him what's up with 140. I just played you the clip. He was very honest about that. That's very consistent with what he said the first time they asked him about how he felt about fighting at 140. You get what I'm saying? They asked him about legacy and all. He said, I don't care about that. I want my money and get out of here. So I'm trying to figure out how is he lying or tricking people. I get it. He said a couple things that ain't come to fruition, but it's not as cut and dry and as simple as saying he lied as opposed to things not materializing. And I'm going to stand on that because I know boxing ain't that easy. These fighters could talk about everything they want, but we know it don't go like that. Yeah, hey, abundance of people. You a fool, bro. Hacker, what's your natural weight? Oh, damn, they on Hacker helmet, bro. You slap his mom, he just wants to know why. Oh, man, they talk bad about Tank, but the elite is not stepping up. I mean, I think it's like this, right? Because I know how tricky that could be. Size of the street, garbage, promotion, business. They do a lot of talking, Barbara D, but they can't say that the fighter that they represent or promote or train is doing better than him. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that is math. The average person, and chat, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. The average person that talks crazy about Tank Davis, him, his trainers, or anything he got going on, when have you heard the person critiquing him so heavily be doing better than him or have a fighter that's doing better than him? When? I'll wait. That's not a coincidence. And I'm talking about the ones that's really shitting on him. Keyshawn, I get that. That's coming from a boxer standpoint. That's a competitive standpoint. But I'm talking about guys like the coaches and the trainers where you hear them praise them 1 minute and then downplay them the next. You get what I'm saying? None of those dudes be having fighters that's doing better than what he's doing or more than what he's doing. Get what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. And like I said, in every era, you could find somebody that didn't fight a guy that they were supposed to fight. You know what I mean? LeBron James. What about Floyd? What about Floyd? Zach B said Keyshawn is going to get himself hurt badly messing with Tank. That's what I want to see. I love his energy, Zach B. C. Wood, my God, what it do? What you say? What you mean? What about Floyd? Everybody got somebody that they were supposed to fight that got away, right? And this is the last thing I wanted to bring up. AJ64, my guy. Shout out to YSM, right? I played a video for y'all with Tim Bradley, and he was critiquing Boots Ennis. Remember, he was saying duck sauce, duck soup, all that stuff, duck. Yeah, Floyd, you expect that to be like that, bro, because they had a close-knit relationship. Like, I look at that as, I take that with a grain of salt, all that negative stuff Floyd said. And it's okay for Floyd to criticize him, but Floyd has I think his criticism holds the least weight. And what I mean by that is, who was facilitating all the moves and spearheading the majority of his career until a few fights ago? That would be the one and only Floyd Mayweather. So all of the people that he didn't fight or whoever he claimed he didn't get in there with, Floyd need to go to the nearest mirror, look in it, and say, I'm the reason that he didn't do it. Floyd made all respect to TBE. That's my guy. That's one of my absolute favorite fighters of all time. One of them. Tay, peace, queen. But I don't think him, out of all people, I look at what he say about Tank. I look at that as you just a little salty or you just taking shots at a guy or whatever, because there's no way you could criticize him when you are responsible for who he didn't fight. You told people he don't need to fight Lomachenko. Lomachenko, 10 years older than him. You know, he need to hurry up and get as many fights in as he can and X, Y, and Z. Yeah, that was Floyd words. So for him to criticize him, I just take it with a grain of salt and say, man, that's just them. They take shots at each other. That's the dynamic of their relationship. That's it. That's all. Opulent LDTV was good with it, family. So that's why that's how I look at what Floyd did. And speaking of Floyd, you know, like I said, I was saying Tim Bradley was talking about how Boots a duck, right? Boots a duck. Remember, he talked about Greg Hackett too. Said he hoped Greg Hackett is not, you know, managing Boots' career and all this and that. He don't know who's managing and they doing a terrible job. He's ducking this one. He's ducking that one. Cool, bet. So check this out. Shout out to YSM and Greg Hackett. Now listen to this. Let's listen to who Tim Bradley didn't fight when he had the chance to. But listen to the reason. Or did they even say the reason? But check this out.
Hey, Jay, I was watching Tim Bradley's video from his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And he was kind of critical of your Jerron Ennis Teofimo Lopez take. He was saying that basically it's a duck, and why would he turn down Teo, and why would he turn down Virgil? What's your thoughts on that?
What I got was Tim Bradley felt like I was totally trying to dismiss Teofimo, which I was. The difference is Tim Bradley is trying to be a good friend. A good friend to Top Rank, a good friend to ESPN, and a good friend to Teofimo. Here's why I say that. He know everything I said was true. But Teofimo needs something to wake his career back up. Teofimo not feeling like who he once was. Teofimo think he sees something in Boots. Tim Bradley, to them, remember how they say, it's who you know? So Tim Bradley is one of those voices. So I can see Top Rank, ESPN, and Teofimo being like, yo, like, nah, put it out there, Tim, because people respect your words. They sometimes see that they see things like you say is the truth. You know, you saying the truth. And they like your opinion, some people. Some people think Tim a hater, but Tim be having fun with this shit. I peep this vibe. He don't care if Teofimo fight Boots or not, but he trying to be a good friend to him. He trying to get him a payday. He trying to get him some attention. He know Teo love that attention. You know what I'm saying? And Top Rank need a little bit of flair when it comes to Teo. You know what I'm saying? That flair has been now given to Keyshawn. Because Shakur not there and Teofimo, they don't know what to do with him. So if go at Boots.
Tell me when he sound crazy. Everything he's saying makes sense to me.
But what was interesting was
that's why I love this
Tim Bradley said he hope I'm not tripping, as if I'm tripping. But I know I ain't the sharpest motherfucker, but didn't he have the situation where he not pulled out, but he basically turned down Floyd?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And yes, I even heard Earl before, but Floyd.
Yes,
what happened with Floyd?
Yes, sir.
I'm a paraphrase of what I can remember. I think his contract was up with Top Rank. I don't know if it was Haney, but it was Floyd's team that reached out and said, don't re-sign with Top Rank. Go ahead and fight Floyd. I think Bradley wanted him to send over like $2 million within the next couple of days. And I don't really know anybody that does that. I guess he didn't trust him. And then he just went and re-signed with Top Rank in Fort Manning again. But what it looks hypocritical is you calling Boots a duck for the Virgil situation with Teofimo, right? And you turn down probably the greatest fighter and the greatest payday a fighter could have.
Right.
So
exactly. I don't know. I mean, maybe business got in the way. Tim Bradley know what's going on, though. That's why I said Tim Bradley, he being a good friend of Teofimo and them. He built a relationship with them guys while he was commentating. Teo was fighting. He's still over there. But what I'm saying is, he part of his career. Tim is part of his career. He helped their kid career, so he got a heart for him. So he wanting to make some money. But Boots beat the shit out of Teofimo, man. People ain't gonna do nothing but call Boots a bully. He do that. He go in there and beat Teofimo like he gonna beat him. They gonna call him a bully. So, I don't know. That's Tim being a good guy for him. You know what I'm saying? Trying to help him out, but that ain't the fight, bro. Teo knew that. He tried Bud. He tried a bunch of people. He said their name, but Teofimo know he can make them fight. Teofimo didn't even want to fight Kenneth Sims. He got offered Kenneth Sims before, and he didn't want that fight.
That's a good fight.
He got offered that fight recently. He didn't want that fight.
All fact.
And there was somebody else I heard. He don't want to fight. I mean, he don't want to fight tough. He only saying something come with him. But he think he sees.
And it was Raymond Moratai. That's the three he turned down to fight Steve Claggett. That's why I don't be believing Teo. But I played that for a reason, y'all. Because it bring me back to the Boots shit. Everybody was quick to jump on Boots for a situation not working or him not choosing to, go up to 54, right? And fight Virgil, who was really trying to make his name at 54, right? It's not really a rush to do that if you establishing yourself at 47, right? But here you go, Tim Bradley, a guy that didn't duck smoke. Fought Manny Pacquiao, 2-3 times, didn't he? Or did he duck smoke? Had an opportunity to fight Floyd Mayweather. Tried to tell them to send $2 million up front over to him. Of course, they never was going to do it. He re-signed to Top Rank, and that fight never happened. And I think he had an opportunity to fight Spence, too, and got up out of there. Provodnikov took fights off his career. I love Tim Bradley. I rock with him. I enjoyed his fights. But I'm just pointing out the double standard, how people don't keep the same energy when it pertains to their career. So who looked crazier when it's all said and done? Boots Ennis for not fighting Virgil or Teo, or Tim Bradley for not fighting TBE? Like that says it all. You get me? And I'm not trying to call nobody a duck, but I'm just telling you, I'm pretty sure if Tim Bradley talked about the situation, He would probably tell you the business couldn't be worked out. That's why the fight didn't happen. I don't duck nobody. Well, okay then. It's the same shit for the rest of these fighters. Why is it business when it's everybody else, but it's ducking? You get what I'm saying? When it's that individual, oh, it's business. But when it's everybody else, oh, they ducking. Nah, man. Dudes can make their decisions to choose to do what they feel like doing. And that's what Boots is doing. And it's sad that the boxing world is not really getting behind and supporting the man what he want to do. They calling him scary. He's scared of 54. He ducking Virgil. You get what I'm saying? He don't want to fight Teo. All this weird shit. Like, man, I ain't going for it, man. I can't wait to see Boots back in there. And I hope he stomp on Teo. I hope he accept that fight because I think it could do some very good things for his career, especially if it's in Madison Square Garden on pay-per-view. You cannot tell me that's not going to help him out. It definitely will. That'll be the most recognizable name to date on his resume. And that's one he should entertain. That's one he should think about fighting. That's really one he should think about entertaining, that fight. He should really think about it. Shout out to my brother D1, man, back in the Cash App. Always supporting the grind as well. Shout out to D1, man. My guy.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Scary, crazy, spooky, hilarious. Shout out to Joe Quinn. You feel me? That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, everybody in all these eras of boxing, if you look hard enough, got situations where if you looked or examined it hard enough, you'll be like, you know what? He ducked him, or he didn't fight him, or he avoided him. However you want to look at it, it's a never-ending argument, and you can almost look at every fighter and make that case with just about everybody. It's just a weak argument. Keep saying it was about Chris Colbert. So you pick Frank Bryant and talk about Sage fights Colbert. I got Colbert. Yeah, that's crazy. It's far be or some y'all crazy. Oh, the chat is y'all crazy. Y'all be going off on each other, bro. Oh man. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button for me, man. Dude, you talk too much. Oh, yeah, hacker, they on your helmet. Hey, man, if y'all didn't hit the like button yet, make sure y'all smash that like button, bro. We appreciate y'all. We hit the goals for the day. Don't hesitate to help me exceed the goals of the day. We got a few more minutes to rock out. I just want to make sure everybody's smashing that like button for your guy before we get out of here. And lastly, I know I told y'all that was the last thing, but I hate when I have something in my title or description and I don't make sure I talk about it. One little quick clip I'm about to play. Shout out to Broadway Joe. I seen this from Kid Austin, and this was weird what I was hearing. So let's just hear this little quick clip.
A win really wouldn't mean nothing to me because I know he's gonna be undisputed one day in that division, in the undisputed up. The biggest thing for me is the experience. The experience with him and Juan, the experience with this fight, because they still building, you know. He still got a long career with him. So, you know, I'm waiting to see the excitement of how they mesh together and everything else, you know. So a win don't matter to me. The experience is what matters most. But I really believe Kid is not stopping, y'all. I said that for years. I've been telling y'all, Kid is not stop this guy. And I told y'all the only one that was going to fight us is Shakur. I told y'all this like a year ago. That Tank was going to move up or retire. I said the same exact thing that was going to happen to this moment. The same exact thing happened.
And look, I hear him. Slogan one, what it do, my guy? Peace to the Queen of Rain. How you feeling? I hear him. I ain't tripping on nothing he said. But that one thing he said, how the hell don't the win matter? That should be one of the main reasons why you challenging him, because you believe he going to actually knock him out. It's you playing it on both sides. It's like you talk too much kill, murder shit. I'm going to knock this one out, break his nose, break his jaw. You done said way too much to be playing, like it don't matter if y'all win. You just want to see how they mesh. Man, I'm calling this shit, bro. I ain't going to say they clout chase, but they talk themselves into a situation that I'm not fully sure that they ready for. to come out and say you don't care about the win is a bogus ass statement. He about to be in the most competitive fight of his life. I think he's gonna fight the best person, obviously, to date, the most accomplished guy he could get in the ring with. And you talking about the win don't matter? You just want the experience because you know he's gonna be undisputed? Bro, knock it off, man. You supposed to be coming in there. You get paid, of course, but they get that win. You said you up that club. You said your son knocks out everybody. You better stand on that shit. Talking about you don't care about the win. That because you know you ain't gonna win. And I'm standing on it. That's my Jersey brethren. You can't beat them. You ain't talented enough. You ain't skilled enough. You ain't experienced enough. You strong. You try hard. I think you're gonna make the fight. I think you're gonna make the fight really interesting, especially early. I do think you can push your core. The more you push them, I think the better the fight will be. I don't see you winning. I see you being competitive in spots, having some moments, but I see you ultimately getting outthought and outclassed. That's what I see. I think, you know, like how people say you just stuck your head out there a little too early. Yeah, that's that. You can forget about the Tank fight. I don't think you on nowhere near his radar. The wrong kind of loss or schooling from Shakur. If you get beat up how some people think you can get beat up, the wrong kind of loss gonna hit different. You could forget about all that undisputed shit. All the muscles that young man got. I don't know how long he gonna be at 35. He got a lot of muscles. Y'all work out too much. Y'all go in the gym and eat the weights. Stop eating the weights, man. That little man got a lot of muscle on him, and we seen it affect him in his last fight. You get tired in the fight against Shakur, you're gonna get beat up. You're gonna get beat up. You're gonna get schooled, outclassed, whatever you want to call it. You're not gonna win. I think you can make the fight fun though, for sure. Because Kid Austin is not a bum. He's just wet behind the ears. He's a talented fighter. He works extremely hard. I think anybody that works that hard gives themselves a very honest chance to win, if that makes sense, right? But that's as far as it go. I feel like for him to beat Shakur, a lot got to go right. Maybe you got to land this kind of punch that just hurt him and get him out of there. I don't see that. I think he's going to be too smart. Y'all already said it. You already said how smart Shakur is. You said how hard he is to hit. Y'all talked about how he almost made you shit yourself. Like, you
Top
did all
5
of that.
boxers.
You did all of that. So y'all already let me know how y'all sparred. And for y'all saying how you ain't got no punching power, your son was the one about to take a crap on himself. The real infinite shout out to you. Zane said, I smell an upset, though. Ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. Shout out to Tim Layton. So I'd rather get you the whole thing than YouTube be robbing. Shout out to Tim Layton. Did I not the wrong name? Oh, no. That's my guy right there. That's my guy. That's my guy. Shout out to Tim, my brother Tim Layton, man. Appreciate you, man. In the Cash App, supporting the grind. I know Mama do on y'all ass about supporting the channel. That's my baby girl. That's the manager do. Manager Mama do. That's what she be mingling with the people when we out, calling the fighters. She be on top of it, y'all. I'm telling you, I appreciate her so much. Shout out to Tim Layton, man. Appreciate the supporting the cash.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Hey man, I was saying a infinite. I was saying it to my bro today. We was talking about the fight and getting knocked out part. I said, man, if Kid Austin knocks Shakur out, I said I'm going. Somebody else getting knocked out that night. You could guarantee I'm just gonna go outside, walk up to somebody and say, "Hey, you seen that fight?" They're gonna be like, "What fight?" This one. Bow. I'm putting them out. Shakur get knocked out. By innocent bystander getting stretched. You hear me? Somebody else getting knocked out, bro. You knock my bro out, you knock my guy out. I'm knocking your pops out now. I'm just playing. I'm just tripping, y'all. I'm just having fun with it. But nah, he knocked Cora out. I'm knocking somebody out in real life. Not Cora out. I'm knocking somebody out in real life, bro. I'm knocking somebody out in real time, bro. I'm gonna be. You talk about sick. See, this is the thing with me. I really love the sport, so I really be rooting for guys. I know somebody got to lose. I know that's part of the game. But one of my guys lose, the amount of salt that's going to be, I'm going to be salty. I might take a week off. Nah. I'll be up here whining with y'all. Boy, he knocked my guy out, man. Somebody going out that night. I'm telling you now. Nah, I'm just joking, y'all. Just playing. Boxing with 2-4. Shout out to Day. Stressed out boxing, I'm telling you. It's been a year of the upset. Nah, my guy ain't going for none of that. You know why he ain't going? Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why Corey ain't going for none of that.
So in excitement, in theory, yes. But now Shakur is a 3-division world champion. Shakur is a pound-for-pound talent. Shakur is a unified champion. Shakur was a Ring Magazine champion. Come on, bro.
But
that's
you talking.
My guy Bernie. Y'all heard him? You heard Bernie? You know what I'm saying? You heard Bernie. Hold on. What my guy Bulletproof Brandon Glanton at, man? Hold on. What Bulletproof Brandon Glanton, man? You know what I'm saying? You got the fighters. The fighters know what's up. Pernell showed me what's up.
The art of boxing. Shakur has ran laps around them so many times, it's ridiculous. So, only point that I was trying to make, if I'm Shakur Stevenson, right, and you telling me my job is to get in here, win this fight, whether I knock you out or I'll point you or whatever, I can do it getting untouched. Why wouldn't I? You know, like I said, my style, I'm a pressure fighter, right? I'd rather be in That's just.
Let me take that off. Y'all know I always keep them clips because I like to have fun. And I say this while I got y'all here. Nobody knew who my favorite fighter was when I started my channel. I took on the challenge. I want everybody that's still in here listening to me. I told people who my favorite fighter was on purpose. So you can hold me accountable whenever you hear me capping for him or being biased. I think my resume pretty clean when it comes to that. I just got the guy that I rock with. I've been watching him a long time. Aisha, I bought the, I don't know if you remember, we called the fight, remember? And I had the dreads on with the fake hat with the dreads. I bought that specifically for that fight. If y'all remember, after the ass whooping started commencing, I took it off. I took the hat off. I was drinking flat soda. My soda was flat. I was like, my throat was dry. I'm like, damn, is this happening to EJ? I was like, this really how he getting his ass kicked? Damn. I'm saying, I don't care if you bias. I do, though, because I think I owe it to the people, though. I get it, bro. But I think bias is really like when you escape the realm of logic and reason, Opulent, when you're not being logical or reasonable. Which just to make a point, when you leaving out certain information just to push a narrative or make a point. So I do my best not to do that ever. Know what I mean? I told people who my favorite fighter was so I could take the challenge, because people say, man, you can't be a boxing fan or a content creator, have a favorite fighter. I said, bullshit. Core is my guy, and I mean that unapologetically. He could lose 3 times in a row, and that 4th fight, my money is on him. That's how I'm set up. When I rock with you, I rock with you. Never watch. I'm telling you. Hey, Ann McQueen. Y'all gonna come looking for the channel. Hey, man, my joint gonna be deleted, bro. Whole channel deleted. Hell no, I ain't watching no more box. I'm like, what box? What box? And I ain't watching it no more, bro. I ain't watching it no more. Know what I'm saying? You see his superstar in action. You know what I'm saying? Only real G's get Andre Ward and FOG out there. I mean, Andre Ward and Crawford out there. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? They be hating, bro. They be hating. You gotta be a special talent to get Ward and Crawford out the bed. You get me? At the same time. Matter of fact, you know he the deal. He had Floyd, Andre Ward, and Terrence Crawford walking them out. It don't get no realer than that. That's the most epic walkout ever. Even though the fight didn't reflect, it's all good. Players mess up. He got it back. You know what I mean? Was that fight Bud and then fell asleep on? Nah. See, Cash. Let me tell you, I was there. What had happened was they caught Bud right in the middle of when he was blinking. You know what I'm saying? It was a long night. You know, the main event is getting late in the main event. Something got in Bud eye. You know, he blinked for a second to get something out of his eye, and they took the picture of him, bro. It looked like he was sleeping. Oh man. Yeah, nah, I got more than one favorite, but my ultimate favorite fighter is my Jersey guy, Core. Like, I've been watching him since he was like 16. That's why it ain't just, he from New Jersey. Nah, that was one of that came after the fact. I was looking at the skill set and the talent at a very young age, and I see what he turned into. So I'm like, yeah, if he keep it up, he going far. Yeah, man. Yeah, but that's what had happened. But look, Bud responded. Bud said he wasn't asleep. Nah, man. Bud said he wasn't asleep. He said, man, he said they tried to set him up. Bud wasn't asleep. But guess who wasn't asleep, y'all? Me and baby girl wasn't asleep. Me and baby girl wasn't asleep. You know what I'm saying? Me and baby girl wasn't asleep. Now I know why you jumped on his ass when I said gift wrap. Shout out to Floyd, man. Shout out to my guy, man. But again, man, I appreciate everybody rocking with me. You got to remember, over here, we can have fun. Have your opinions. I don't care how different they is than mine. I don't disagree with nobody, because if I respect you enough to talk boxing with you, I can accept your difference of opinion without disagreeing with you and arguing you down. Without arguing, you accept the fact that somebody got a difference of opinion. It makes for a better conversation. And that's how I'm going to always give it up. Bud is from Nebraska too, wasn't completely acclimated to the time zone. Tell him, Ant McQueen, it was late, bro. Like, he took a break between rounds, Cash. He had to take a little break between rounds, y'all. He took a little break between rounds. That was the minute, like when they in the corner, he was just, he was thinking about something. You know what I'm saying? Bud is a deep thinker. He was meditating, and they called him in deep thought and in meditation, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was meditating. He wasn't asleep. I'm gonna ask him. Watch. I'm gonna screenshot. I'm gonna go find that picture, and then I'm gonna put it on Twitter, and I'm gonna tag Crawford. I'm gonna say, hey, champ, man, could you tell the people that you wasn't really asleep here? Watch. I got y'all. Don't say no more. I got y'all. He said, yeah, okay, Just. He ain't, my bro ain't buying it. Infinite ain't buying it. Slogan 1. Shout out to my guy, man. Appreciate that support, man. Much love, bro. And shout out to everybody that hit the Cash App Super Chat. That helped me hit these goals every day. If you hit the like button and showed up, we appreciate y'all, man. Much love to my guy.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Oh man, shout out to Slogan 1. He said I was asleep before Bud. Nah. Shout out to AJ. Nah, you gotta, you gotta. Oh yeah, nah. I'm going off. If they call him trash, I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why. No evidence. It's not just because I rock with him. I'll do that when anybody call a fighter that I think is very talented trash. I've done it for Haney. I've done 2-3 hour lives shooting down the fact that I don't think he's pillow fisted or chinny or none of that. I really do that shit for boxing. I had fun with it, but I promise you, when I did it for Haney, what other Shakur Stevenson supporter, because I ain't no fan, I'm a supporter. What other supporter do you know that will give Devin Haney and Tank Davis they just do just as much as their favorite fighter? You can't find another dude on YouTube. I promise you can't. I really, really promise you can't. I challenge anybody in here to that. You can't find another person that likes either of those 3 guys that rocks with them and gives all of them their credit accordingly across the board. Everybody called Devin Haney a bitch for suing. I said, man, that's the Osterine. That's the results of him feeling like he got cheated on Osterine. I don't think he no bitch. I think he a real one. You see what I'm saying? I'm very consistent. I just believe in building up the sport and not tearing it down. And shout out to my guy, Slogan 1. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. You know what I'm saying, Arena? They ain't moving me off my square. They ain't moving me. Nah, but that fight wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I could level with anybody that said it lacked excitement here or there. Even he might agree with that. But in no other sport does a win that dominant get criticized the way his do. Like, you'll never see somebody win arguably 10 rounds out of 12. Where Arum himself admitted to running from Shakur. He admitted to running from him. You get what I'm saying? And no other sport would a win like that get critiqued that heavily. Only in boxing. And not just Shakur, but just only in boxing. We expect the most from these dudes. And he don't believe in his own chin, just everybody need a homie like you, Brody. Dev, great boxer though. Yeah. I don't know if he don't believe in his chin yet. I don't know yet. I don't know. Had a call, you talking about bad and bougie. I was wrapping up. I was talking about all these dudes. And like I said, Cal, I don't think you're going to find another content creator that their favorite fighter is Tank, a Devin Haney, or better yet, Shakur Stevenson, but they still give Devin Haney and Tank Davis their just due. Tank, one of my favorite fighters to watch too. That's why that's not just why I won't shit on him. I won't do that because that's my mentality. I'm Jusdueboxing. I'm going to give you your credit before I take it from you. And when people understand that about me, they're going to respect it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to respect it. But that's my time, man, for today. Another dope build in the books. We 3.5 hours in, man. We be putting in that work. Shout out to everybody, man, that came through and rock with your boy. Everybody that hit the super chat and cash app. Everybody that hit the like button and the comment. We appreciate y'all, man. It's been a hell of a stream, man. Another fun stream without nobody in boxing being torn down. I'm passionate about this shit, but I'm never going to tear the sport down. I'm going to always try to use my voice to build it up. So with that, I appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of this Thursday. I should be seeing y'all tomorrow at 4 o'clock on that Good Friday, and we're going to build again. We're going to close the week out strong. For sure. I gotta catch you when you actually live. I don't mind doing it, bro. I'll be nodding off, bro. I'll be going to sleep, especially after these 3-4 hour joints. I still be trying to make my rounds and make sure I support everybody. But I definitely got you, Zoom. My notifications stay on for you, Brody. That's why if I don't catch you live, I still make sure I leave a comment. No evidence, my guy. And I appreciate you, Cal. I'm gonna keep it like that too, man. I owe it to the family. AJ64 D1, my brother. AJ, hardcore casual, all things, my guy, Aisha, my queen, Miss Just Do, Melanin Queen, the dopest moderator in the land. We appreciate all of y'all. Shout out to the queens of the chat, man. Miss Arena, peace to your queen, and I appreciate you. Much love. And we'll see all y'all tomorrow, man. You already know, Zoom. Appreciate you, Brody. Always sharing the lives. Getting me right, Banks. My guy, it's about my time to get off too. Kyer in the back going crazy. I don't know what his problem is. My son really a brat, y'all. Yo, he really a crybaby. Yo, this dude is a crybaby. Listen to him. No reason, bro. Yo, my son just wake up and cry. Just look at something and just start crying, little brat. Tim Layton, my guy, appreciate you as well, man. All things Banks. Yo, he's a brat. Yo, crybaby. My daughter wasn't like that, y'all. These boys, they cry babies, bro. They gonna get me for talking about them, no, but it's all good. But with that, man, much love to y'all. Enjoy the rest of this Thursday. I'll probably catch some of y'all in another chat. BVO should be coming on at 8 o'clock, followed by the Rise at 9. And shout out to the Angry White Man podcast that be coming on, blazing shit at 10. You know, yeah. Is he teething? I don't think so. He just a brat, Arena. I really know it. He just a brat, Queen. I know you want to stall him out. No, he's just a brat. D for the win, my guy. Another one. That's a real one, man. A real one in real life. Shout out to you. Shout out to my guy, Zoom, too. Make drink for the water hole. We're getting you a brat. Irvin Mack, my guy. Appreciate you. And again, y'all, for the people that's in here, if you did not hit that like button, if you ain't subbed to the channel, if your notifications ain't on, seriously, y'all, if your notifications ain't on, check that for me. Make sure they on so y'all could be notified when we live every day at 4 o'clock. So with that, man, much love to everybody, and we are out. Peace. Look at Baby Dude crying like a brat. Yo, listen to him. Listen to him, y'all. Check him out. Listen to him. Unbelievable, yo. Unbelievable, brat. I'm almost off, dude. Pretty sure I missed the whole show, but I'm just talking about to speak to a real one. Hey, man, I appreciate you, Humble Dragger. That's love, bro. Appreciate all y'all rocking out to the end of the show as well. You know, tell you. Oh, man, he said Baby Dragger had your phone? Ah, that's dope. That's dope. Shout out to Baby Dragger, man. Shout out to Baby Dragger. But again, much love to everybody. Peace to the fans. We out.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live. live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, with Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word him up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Jusdueboxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Jusdueboxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Jusdueboxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Jusdueboxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because I am definitely